Oh, forgive me. Oh, forgive me.
Give me 1 second. My bad, boss.
I'm gonna send the my topics to you right now. Sorry about that.
All right.
In the main chat on WhatsApp.
I sent them. You sent them to me, right?
Yeah.
I sent them to him already.
All right, we're live, guys. We're live.
All right. You sent the link? Oh, man. I didn't get anything.
Check WhatsApp. Put your phones on vibrate. I love you, Miss Parker.
Hold on, I'll start us off in a minute.
You leading the intro?
Yep. All right, people, what's going on, man? It's your gearhead, Mr. Logic himself.
It's not 8 yet.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're live.
What's going on,
What's
people?
up? What's up, Beast JMR?
What's going on, people?
Welcome to the chat, bruh. Hey, bruh.
And you got great. What's going on, man? It's your boy, your gearhead himself, Mr. Logic himself. We out here. We got your boy over here.
Church, bless. Rick and Morty.
That's your boy Ben 10 coming at you.
And this is one thing for sure, two things for certain. Let's break it off in real quick, yo. What's the topics for today, Mortem?
Hey, we got a lot to talk about. All right, guys. First question: Are kids baggage? This was something that was said in the chat last week. We promised to talk about it this week. Man, fuck them kids.
In the words of the great Michael Jordan, man, fuck them kids.
Hey, man.
I mean, honestly, dog, like, I feel like I don't think your own kids are baggage. I think where a lot of people might feel some type of ways if they have to deal with someone else's kids. I think that's the only
Okay, then so your kids are someone else's problem. That makes it.
But it ain't
that
so-
makes it
it-
baggage.
It ain't nobody else's problem if I'm taking care of them.
No,
That's
yeah,
not true, though.
What do you mean?
It's nobody else's problem if you're taking care of them. But if you're trying to bring someone else into your life, then they have to deal with that. They have to unpack all that nonsense because the main thing is whenever the main thing is whenever
That's
not
100%,
whenever
he's right.
but usually when like a new parental figure comes into the picture, immediately the children, depending on how young they are, they're like, yeah, you're my mama, you're my pappy, right?
Nah.
And so then what can happen sometimes is either the step parent, what have you, they either have to overcompensate and spoil the children, which they turn out worse, or they just have to, or they're fucking assholes, and the kid just hates them even more.
I mean, but that's what it's looking at. That's looking at what the kid might do. But that again, that also comes from upbringing. Because like for me, it was a little bit different, right? Like I grew up with my pops mostly. My pops was a single father. You know what I'm saying? So when I grew up with him, my dad kind of like laid the law down. Now he always told me that like if a lady came in the house, it wasn't my parent. That was evident, but I still had to show respect. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. That's good.
I just think it's different of how
No, definitely, and this is gonna be a hard truth, but children in single father households are least likely to become criminals or like abusers or anything like that than they are in a single mother household.
That's actually very true. Actually, hey, look, especially for the boys.
So you had the fortune of being raised by a strong black man.
A Nigerian man.
Niger boy.
Niger boy.
So if you're in a relationship, it's not baggage.
No, it's baggage anyway.
When you're
you
dating,
it's baggage.
if you try to date
G.
with kids, it's baggage.
Yo,
bro, look.
Children are baggage, period.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the day, whether you a single mother, whether you dating,
Break it down.
The reason why children are baggage, bro. What is baggage? What is baggage to you?
Baggage to me is just like it could be trauma or just like one's history that they take with them into
a new relationship,
right? So it's just like the stuff that you would have to deal with. Like it's like the chip on their shoulder, whatever, right? Whatever it is that.
I tend to disagree. What is baggage?
It's whatever you're carrying with you. It could be trauma. Think about it. When you're going to the airport, what are you carrying with you?
Baggage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on your person? No, it's not you.
Luggage.
No, it's baggage. Baggage claim. It's baggage, my friend.
Luggage goes in the baggage
but
claim.
It's not on your person, right?
Yeah.
It's not. You're carrying something else that isn't on you.
Church, what is baggage? Cause
man, I think it goes back into what Ben was saying. I think it is trauma because if I'm dealing with a woman that has baggage, it's everything, all of those things, those toxic traits and everything that is. It's
like you triggered his trap card, bro. It's like you feel like he has something, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I feel like is baggage, and I feel like kids, like, or my experience with kids, like, I don't think they're baggage unless, like, maybe let's say I'm in a situation where I think it also takes a certain type of kind of man too. Like, for example, let's say if I was to date a woman who had kids, right, and my sole objective is just to get with the woman and be like, fuck them kids, then I'm going to think they're baggage. But if I'm also willing to accept the whole package, then it really doesn't matter to me.
And that's exactly what she wants, player. Okay. Think about yourself. Level up, King. Don't do it.
When it comes down to it, I've been in multiple relationships with women who have children, and I'll tell you, 9 out of 10 times, the kid is not the fucking problem. If you want me to be 100,
no, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe
the child's fucking innocent. The problem that comes along with it, like in my case, and I'm speaking for men who think like me and go through it, you fall in love with children very fucking easily.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? So the biggest pain to me when I was in a relationship with a woman who had a child was when it was over, I lost 2 loves. I didn't just lose 1. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I say all children are a form of baggage, because the notation, you're not as free as you can be when there's a child involved, especially 100%. If you're responsible. 100%. You understand? Like, oh, I could go to Shorty right now. Yo, let's go to Vegas, yo. Done deal. Do what you got to do. But when there's a child involved, yo, and you're a responsible parent, you got to take things into account. Number 1 is making sure they're not missing their education. Right. Yeah. Then you got to take it a step further. Let's just say they have allergies like I do. You got to make sure they fucking medicine is up to point. You got to make sure it's up to par. It's not that the inconvenience
the child isn't the problem. They're not technically back.
It's the situation revolving around it. So I don't want people to think that we're being misogynistic. But when you have a woman or a man with a child, understand what you're running into. It's not about self already. You're already trying to build with one person. The little person, which is the child, they don't really have a say. You get what I'm saying? And for women who want to say, oh, children are not baggage. Okay, let me ask you something. When you first started,
wait.
Women
and men.
Yeah. When you first started dating that man, or you first started dating that girl, why didn't you bring the children first? You waited, right? Because you understood that your child was basically a contender. It basically changed the wave of things of how they were going to work and how things were going to go down. Because guess what? Also, what makes a child baggage is it can basically deflect the whole entire relationship. Because if that child ain't fucking with the man you're talking to or fucking with the woman that you're talking to, guess what? It's going to impact heavy. Yeah. And a good parent is always going to put their child first before you. That's one of the sacrifices you're making when you're getting with somebody who has a child. And if you're not willing to make those sacrifices, then you're a clown yourself, my G. You only have yourself to be mad at.
And please know, he said a good parent.
A good parent.
Yep. So you can't say that you're a good parent and ignore the needs of your child for somebody else.
And that's my definition of baggage. No disrespect. It just is what it is. Is it for everyone? No. But like you said, just like the greatest tennis player, the greatest tennis coach never played a game of tennis. Some of the best father figures never had their own seeds. You understand what I'm saying? It's all what a man or a woman is willing to take on their shoulders, because, yo, there's a lot of women out here who get with men who have kids and they end up being better mothers than the biological mother. So you can't basically say that, you know what I'm saying? It's like a 50-50 mechanism, bro. You don't know what you get into it till you're in it. You understand what I'm saying? But understand, just because the person doesn't have kids doesn't mean they're not capable of being a greater father than one who actually had biological kids, and vice versa for women. Yeah. Just want to put that out there, cuz.
So, close it.
Final thoughts on it? If you're going to tell me that children ain't baggage, I'm going to ask you to get mental help, because obviously you're in fucking denial. Period.
Ether.
I guess I'd see it like this. If you do what you want, if you want to take on that responsibility of like being like the pseudo parent, and it could be that they just have a run of bad luck and they just had a bad partner, or on the other side, you know, because we got to speak on both sides, there maybe is a reason why they're single and with child. So you just be careful with both sides, and you have to be willing to take whatever comes your way. Consequences doesn't have to be good or bad. They just things that happen from your actions. So.
Kid's baggage. The kid isn't the baggage, it's the situation. Like you guys said, we can't just go out to the movies tonight, us two. Yeah. I gotta pay for one more head, right?
I mean, kids eat free on Wednesdays. Let's go.
Bro, so let me ask you this. Take them out on a matinee, bro. The tickets are like $5 on Tuesday.
I'm just saying, we can't move. We're not as nimble as we were if it was just us two.
Facts.
Yeah.
So
it's kids baggage.
Man, fuck them kids. Now,
fuck them kids.
Now, honestly, like I mentioned before, to kind of wrap things up, is that like it's just really on the mentality, you know. And I think that if you have kids, you know, or if you're dealing with someone who has kids and you don't, and you know you're trying to take the situation for what it is, that's not gonna matter to you. You know what I mean? So I don't have that situation. So
yeah, the kid itself is not baggage, but the situation it's tough. It's tough. 100%. All right, guys. Next topic. We're gonna stay on dating for a little bit. Red flags in a relationship. Let's talk to them.
So general red flags or personal red flags?
Let's talk about a few red flags. We don't have all night to talk about every red flag.
No, okay, but I'm saying general red flags that most people can agree on, or something more niche, like more personal, that when you see that you're like, oh, no.
Let's start with personal. I always hear the general stuff. All right. Let's start with personal.
I think my personal, a lot of tattoos.
Yeah?
What?
You don't like tats?
Really?
You take your ass back to 1960s, man.
A lot of tattoos. No, I'm talking about a lot of.
No,
bro, get the hell out of here, man.
Okay, hold on.
Don't even come at me like that.
When you say a lot of tattoos, break that down. You talking about sleeves?
I'm talking about sleeve or arm, the leg. Yeah, come on, bro.
Why?
No, because
why?
This is what I remember either seeing a video or reading about this. Usually when someone has a lot of tattoos, and I can attest to this, usually when someone has a lot of tattoos, it's because they've been through trauma, right? And they want to
numb it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's to numb it. I remember we pulled up. I kid you not. It was definitely like a Latin King neighborhood. I don't know what it was. So you know, we pull up on the side of this house, right? And this bag. I gotta say, she was probably Cuban or Colombian, one of the two.
She was a PSK.
Whatever. Her hair was longish, and bro, she came out, and I'm looking at him in the passenger. I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, what the fuck we doing in this neighborhood, bro? There's a whole lot of black and yellow going up in here right now. And he don't even say nothing. He gets out of the car, he looks at it, snaps, and points to the house. And they go in the house. This fool left me in the car. Like all these fools looking at me, man. I'm like,
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. For who?
It's a red flag.
You remember? Yeah, definitely for you.
That's a violation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, a personal red flag for me, and I only personally, if she approaches me.
What? Wait, what?
Listen.
Wait.
She shoots her shot?
Talk about that.
She shoots her shot. Why?
You have a whole lot of problem in New York.
Huh?
For sure. You have a whole lot of problem in New York.
And tell me, the women that usually come at you, right? They approach you. At least in my experience, they're fucking crazy, man.
I can contest to
they're
that.
fucking crazy.
I have to agree with him.
And it's not like this is an isolated incident. I can say that every time I've gotten involved with a woman that approached me, because I'm unhinged. I'm not.
What do you mean? How did she approach you?
She's just like, hey,
damn, son, you mad cute.
Hey, why?
Why? Because
you have a whole problem in New York, man.
Because usually, right? Women are the reserved ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the job of men to go after the woman and approach her.
My friend.
I'm just, you can say that, right? But most chicks still don't do that. They'll shoot their shot over social media or whatever.
DM,
yeah, and DMs or whatever.
Okay,
they're not going to approach you in the street.
I feel him.
So whenever a chick approaches me,
you remember friends?
whenever a chick approaches me, like my fucking warning bells start going off. Like,
it's aggressive. It's aggressive
this chick. Oh, there's something up with this chick.
Yo, you'll have the biggest problem in New York. I swear, yo.
Bro, yeah, I know.
In New York, I don't care what anybody says. Look, in New York, they be super aggressive. I remember.
Keep your Timbs, bitch.
No, let me tell you something, yo. I remember. Because I had a cousin that had a brownstone in Bed-Stuy, right? I used to get out and take the train, and on my way out, there was like a neighbor should be sitting on the porch braiding her own hair, like, hey yo, what's good?
That's some young MA shit, bro.
Young MA.
Yo, you do anything like bring the ass over here? I'm like, bro, but
like again, like because my first girlfriend, we were friends at the time, and a year into our friendship, I remember this is like after school because we were like big on like the extracurricular stuff, just like going to clubs and stuff like that. And I remember we're walking, we were walking down the hallway, and I'm minding my own business, or walking beside her. Then she just like she looks at me, I look at her, and she just like. She like brings me up against the wall, puts her hand like that. She's like,
so brave,
yeah,
nigga.
And she's
masculine, yo.
Let me ask you a question. Did she have a tank top?
Did she have an auntie named Consuela?
No, we were in school, in high school. So like probably like the polo or whatever. The point is, she says to me, "Are you gonna keep messing with my emotions, or are you gonna be my boyfriend?" And
damn,
I'm at this point
on bed.
At this point, I'm still a virgin, right? I've never been with a woman.
Scared of pussy.
She'll be my first. Yeah, she'll be my first girlfriend.
Right.
So I'm just like, damn.
Was she your first?
Yeah, she was. We lost to each other.
I'm sorry.
No.
He's a victim. He is a victim, bro.
Yeah. You didn't lose it together. She made you lose it.
Yeah.
You lost it by force.
Nah, but I get what he's saying.
So that was like my base, right? And I thought to myself, oh, that's just an isolated incident. Right. Most women aren't like that. They're reserved. No,
so she tells the homegirls, just press up on
the next couple of times that happened, right? I'm like, because I thought at the time I liked assertive women. I liked women that know what they want. She like that, I ain't afraid of right?
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's what I thought that I wanted. And having to deal with that on multiple occasions, I was like, okay, why am I in this situation? There is like a constant here that I need to figure out. They've all approached me, right? Whenever I've approached a chick, it was always like, I don't want to say I was more in control. But
you're a man. You like to hunt.
Exactly. I was able to move comfortably because I'm the one that approached you. So I set the tempo, and if you're not feeling me, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Whenever a woman approaches me, I'm like, yo, she's like, huh? She's confident. I think I'm into that. But it turns out she's just fucking crazy, dude. And that's just me personally. I'm not saying that if you're a woman that approaches men that you're crazy. Whatever, dude. You know what you want.
I ain't the cutest nigga, but I put in work.
Okay. Come on, Logic. Tell him to talk to him.
Yeah, and I know a lot of women. Viewers are gonna get upset about what I'm about to say right now, but one of my biggest red flags. Well, I don't believe in red flags, but one of the biggest heads up and warnings: if you ain't got your nails done and your shit is all fucked up, leave me
that's a yellow card
alone.
That's a yellow card.
No, that's a red card. No, that's a red card. How dare you? How dare you
when you say
think that I'm that desperate while your shit is chipped up looking like more cracks than Harlem?
Okay,
I don't care. Listen, if I could dress correctly, if I don't even have a hairline, my nigga, but if I could do my beard and I could shape it up, bitch, you better have your nails done right.
No, but I don't like the clickety clack nails.
No. I'm talking about real nails. I ain't talking about the booger scooper. I ain't talking about the daggers. I'm talking about clean cut, late 90s, early 2000 nails.
Tip, coffin shape,
cocaine tip. You feel me? I like the cocaine tip.
Baby.
And listen, I'm not a foot fetish type of person.
But you got pretty toes.
Yeah,
those are mendo.
It's mandatory because it's representation, dog. It's like, yo, are you gonna fuck with say you want a boss dude, right? You want a man who's clean cut. If I come out the crib and my ass is showing and you can see the hairy patch above my butthole, Are you gonna feel
See your
confident,
mind, bro.
Hell's nah. You ain't gonna fuck with it.
Gonna be on
but
your
it's the
shoulders,
same
right?
thing.
So you don't want ugly toes next to your face.
Yeah.
You know what?
Exactly,
I agree with you because I've always had. Look, I don't know what it is, bro. I've always had. I remember I was in Detroit at one point, right?
Oh,
and look, I remember there was this girl, man. And mind you, like if she just cleaned up just a little bit, she would have been bad. You know what I'm saying?
Coulda, shoulda, but didn't.
No, but look, she always used to have. I don't like red nail polish. Anybody, you know this.
My man. I hate nail polish.
I don't like red nail polish.
Me
much
either.
Less,
all white, all black,
much less chipped. All right, so stuff was chipped. I'm gonna tell you her name, man. Y'all not gonna believe her name.
Looking like Auntie Free from Good Times. Yo,
her name was Tashana Rashana Davis.
Let's go.
Hold on, whoa. Moment of silence.
Tashana Davis.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Tashana Rashana Davis. That was her name.
Tashana Rashana Davis.
Nigga, her name's a red flag, my nigga. Like,
bro,
what the fuck?
That's like the most. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get that. That's like the most urban fucking ghetto trash, dude. That you could fucking name your
I didn't
kid.
say trash. Urban. We can't say trash, but I guarantee you,
urban doesn't mean trash, but it's urban ghetto trash.
You said trash. Let me ask you something. Are you still in contact with her?
Huh?
Are you still in contact with her?
No, of course not.
Oh,
no, the nails was the giveaway for me. It was like literally like I remember because you know when winter leave, the spring come out, all the girls got the flower stuff. So she was one of them girls that like that could be pretty, but she used to hang with the boys. And sometimes
she a Monica.
No, she would like literally like, you know how she'll come out of her stuff and play barefoot and play fight and chip them, and then no, bro.
She come out barefoot?
Hey, like she would leave. Let me get some comments in real quick. Welly says when she has too many guy friends.
Oh, that's a fact.
Nigga,
that's a fact.
Hold on. Let me ask you.
Oh, no. Sarah said, "Are you guys back on Thursday? Women bashing session."
Okay, hold on.
Have you been listening, like at all?
Clearly, you have your agenda.
She just walked in the chat room.
It's okay to be in your feelings.
Have you been listening?
You want a pep smear?
A pep smear.
I'm going in tonight.
No, but I can attest to that. Too many guy friends is, at least for me, is a problem.
No, it's not.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's not.
Bro, because I literally. What did I talk to you about when we were driving today, bro? What was I talking to you about, bro? Literally. This happened to me the other night, and I couldn't believe that it happened to me, right? And I feel bad for any of if it happened to another. I'm chilling, right? You know, I'm a gamer, bro. I'm sitting on my PC, bro, playing video game with the boys. We in the chat talking shit. I get a text from one of my homegirls.
Okay.
The text is, "I want you. Tell me something nasty." Right?
Okay.
I'm
random.
Random.
Is this a Snapchat or
no? This is a text. It's a regular text.
Chat?
No, it's blue chat. Blue text.
Okay.
I look at the phone.
So you had an iPhone.
Yeah. I look at the phone. I'm like,
you got red receipts on? That matters.
Rubber?
Red receipts.
Oh, of course I have red receipts on.
What is y'all talking about?
No, that's not that iPhone shit, bro. You want to know? You want to know? You want that green text shit? Yeah. So I look at the message. And I'm like, okay, she's messing with me. There's no fucking way. And I start to panic because I'm like, yo, what if she actually is serious? And I have to fucking tell her some shit that's gonna like damage our relationship, right? Which is platonic, by the way. You know, I have my type, and she isn't it.
Shots fired.
No, she's not ugly. She's not ugly by any margin. I have my type.
What was her name?
I can't do that.
Shana.
No, I can't. She's probably watching. So yeah, like then I message her, right? You know, just to test the water. I'm like, yo, is everything all right? Right? I send that. She messaged me back. You heard me. I was like, She's messing with me. She can't be serious. If she is, this is a fucking problem. So I'm like, all right, let me diffuse the situation.
You had familiar territory, didn't you?
Huh? No, we've not ever. Platonic all the way through.
No, I'm saying from your first relationship.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, right.
All right.
If you're coming at me, problem. Problem. So yeah, like I send her back like, you know, the smiling devil emoji, right? You know, I'm
Why
easing
would you do that?
I'm easing into it, right? I'm like, oh, all right, I get you, right? Because you want me to send her something nasty. So I send her. Blue cheese has mold in it.
My man.
What?
My man.
Blue cheese has mold in it.
You tried to mind fuck, didn't you?
Yeah, because like, bro, I'm not gonna play into that.
He hunts what he wants.
I'm not like, bro, like what that.
I'm gonna use that from now on.
And I remember what I said that to her. I sent that to her, right? And she doesn't reply back for the rest of the day or the rest of the night or whatever. And in the morning, she's like, "Oh, you know, I only sent that to you because I was at a dinner with one of my friends." And they're like, "Oh, men and women can't be friends." And you know, the whole test was like, "Oh, send them some risky shit and watch them fucking," right?
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna be me, bro. Because again, I'm not attracted to her. She's not my type. I'm not fucking horny like that, right? So it's just like,
Brethren, someone from the chat, Carmen Castillo asked, does friend not like bold upfront women? You don't like bold upfront women?
It's
not that I don't like them.
He said my man says, "Hey, listen, if you try to holler at him, you ain't got a chance. Let him go."
I don't get at you.
I do want to say this.
You don't get at me. I get at you.
Yeah, exactly.
I do want to say this. There's nothing wrong with a woman having a lot of homeboys. Just understand something. You place yourself in a category. The more homeboys you got, the less serious I'm gonna take you.
Oh, okay,
I feel you. I don't have a problem. You could have 30 homeboys. You could have 100 niggas. I don't care. However, that's your prerogative. But understand, by my standards, by what I require, I can no longer consider you a candidate because I'm not gonna be Inspector Gadget worrying about which niggas dicking you down behind my back. Like it's not worth it. So, ladies, if you out there, you can have as many homeboys as you want. Just understand. No real man's gonna take it serious because he's not willing to look for that drama.
Final thoughts.
Here's the thing,
Final
though.
thoughts.
What?
We got to keep it moving.
Oh, okay. My final thought's gonna be on what he said just now with the homeboys thing. Whoever asked that. My thing with that is sometimes it's not. You don't always have to worry about them like cheating on you like physically. Sometimes it can be emotional betrayal too. Like,
true,
because
conversations in the dark.
Exactly. You can go, you piss your girl off, whatever. She goes to her fucking counsel or whatever. She tells them the situation. They fucking talk their shit, and she comes back at you with new ammunition, shit like that. And that's just what creates like a drive in a relationship. Men or women, right? Men or women. So,
if I may just say this real quick, another thing I want to add to that is something that I have, and I firmly believe this: men are going to do what men are designed to do. And that's get the cookie jar and get the cookies, right? But ultimately, women have to let them in. That's another reason why I'm not willing to deal with that drama.
You know what's so crazy? You remember Dino, right? He used to always say something that stuck with me, right? He was like, "Man, look," they said, "Look, when men cheat and women cheat is very different. It's very different." He goes like, "Listen, men fuck, women get fucked."
Yep.
Understand? Acceptance is very different from delivery.
This is facts, not misogynistic. This is facts.
Yeah, listen, and you know what? And that forever stuck with me. So
I mean, it is 2022, man. You might be getting fucked nowadays. I don't know.
It's just more likely, right? If and people say this all the time. It's just more likely that if a woman decides to cheat on you with another man, she's done with you completely. Like she doesn't respect you. She doesn't want to fucking see you anymore. Type shit. That's a man could. It's possible, more likely at least, that he could sleep with another woman. And he'll still come back to you at the end of the day and still find that emotional
it's about variety, though. That's all it is.
Yeah, and that's true to a degree. But again, you shouldn't fall into that kind of like lust because it'll just end up destroying you.
My final thoughts is dick and pussy don't get along, so I don't believe in that. There could be friendship, but
we were talking about red flags, though.
Things could happen. Like
no, but again,
things could happen. It probably will happen.
Things could happen, but you have to be able to have that mindset of like, oh, I'm just. It's not bad to have female friends, all right? But you just have to recognize
there's barriers.
You'll have those thoughts, but that doesn't mean you have to act on them.
But I do want to. I want to say pause on what you said because break that down for me. When you say dicks and pussy don't get along, I get the concept, but if you could break it down to a better understanding, so people.
If you're around someone a lot,
you get used to them.
You get used to them.
You start
the guard goes down. Yeah. You start getting comfortable. And they're the opposite sex. If you're attracted to the opposite sex, it's bound to happen. Liquor gets passed around. The Zaza gets passed around. One thing led to another.
If I may, I want to add, and I know we got to.
And then the sun comes up. You're in there better than you.
I want to touch base on this because my best friend is.
Things happen.
My best friend's a girl, right? Now,
what's your best
red flag?
No, but real shit. And everybody who knows us knows that's my little sister. You touch my little sister, nigga, I'll break your motherfucking neck without question. Yeah. However, what's crazy is even her own father thought I was trying to get in them drawers. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
And just like with my homegirl Lexi, Congratulations on graduating, girl. I'm proud of you. You keep going. You keep rocking. You have to. This is where I have to educate women versus men. How we are versus how y'all are. The only reason
how we are,
yes.
All right, y'all.
So,
yeah.
Because
y'all
the thing is, it's like, okay, a girl will not give you her phone number unless she finds you attractive. I don't care what anybody says.
100%.
Straight the fuck up. If I got your number, it's because you find me attractive.
You saw
it may not be that you want me. It may not be that you want to sleep with me right away, but there was a sense of attraction. Because I don't know about you. Are you giving your number out to a chick that you find ugly?
No fairs.
Are you?
Nah, I'm good.
Are you?
Nah.
And it's not that we're basically trying to be discriminating and hating, but that's just how the chemistry of our mind works.
Right.
So because that's how it works, before we're friends, we're interested in each other. Mm-hmm. And that needs to be broken down. It's just what makes me and my little sister best friends is I saw more value in her as a friend than
as
I
a sexual
ever could
conquest.
as a sexual partner.
Yep.
And I get it. Not everyone's like that. Let me tell you, and it's fire and brimstone because there's times, you know what I'm saying? It's called, and Amandita, I'm sorry, I'm going to be real with you. When she got married, I had a conversation with her, her boyfriend at the time, because he was like, this nigga is coming to the crib. This is best friend.
I mean, what would you
but he's right. But you know what? You know what I ended up having to doing? I pulled motherfuckers to the side. I'm like, listen, I ain't never fucked. I ain't never tried to fuck. I ain't never been interested to fuck. This is just a homegirl. We ain't never done nothing. Ain't never came close and never will. Mm-hmm. It's nothing but love. You know what the response was? Thank you. That's all it is, because that uncertainty scares people, man.
But I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna have that conversation with a lot of niggas. You know why? Because it's pride and ego.
No, it's pride and ego. But that's why I took it upon myself to break, because I would want to know. You understand what I'm saying? So I honestly, can women and men be friends? Yes, but it's extremely rare.
So put y'all niggas on the island. Put you on the island. You and her. You're stuck there for 5 years. It's gonna be the same.
All my life it will.
Don't give me no Dudley. Quit that Dudley do-good shit. Nigga, give us the real answer, dog.
Bro, here
5 years.
5 years. Let me and allow me to break down why
Get out of
I
here.
say all my life it will, because it's family. It's family. It transitions, dog. I'm sorry.
Blood?
Maybe
is it blood?
It might as well be to me. It might as well be to me.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Hold on.
At the end of the day, you listen.
5 years on an island.
It don't matter if it was 10 years, because it's family, dog. It's like, okay, let me ask you something, right? You guys always comment on my brother's baby mama about how bad and beautiful she is. I've known this woman since I was a kid.
Different.
It's not different.
Is that different?
That's not different.
It's not blood. You're comparing apples to oranges.
But
that's
hold
your
on.
family to just a friend.
But what if he just said that she's family?
She's family, dog. That's but you see, you can't comprehend it because you ain't never been in that situation. So you can't speak on that.
That was your brother's ex-wife.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. It's still a female. It's still a female. At the end of the day,
no. But
it's still a female, dog.
I agree with him, because look, there's a big barrier. Your love for your brother is already
that's different.
It's already
like niggas don't be fucking their brothers' girls and shit, dog. What I'm saying,
that's next level savage.
But you're not
have to be some type of crazy
no,
dude
nigga.
to go
But you're not
listening.
Hold on.
But you're not listening. Listen to what I said. The relationship of its existence. There comes, I'm an honorable man, my G. When I say you family. There's no in between. There's no cutoff. There's the same, just like there's certain homeboys I got now. I never messed with their sister for the same reason.
All right, bro.
Because they family.
Yeah.
All right,
you may not understand that.
Next,
no, bro.
Listen,
next topic.
Listen, I'm sorry if you've never been in that situation. I feel privileged.
No, yeah, dude. It's sometimes just a mental game.
This is not on the table.
It's not hard to overcome.
That boy's the choir boy is over
It is hard. I mean, it is.
What that tells me, you know what that tells me? They don't have control of their dick.
Yeah, like it is hard.
No,
it is hard, but it's rewarding to not succumb.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, if you're on an island for 5 years with your friend, that friendship's gonna go out the door.
Okay, you want to know what that sounds like to me, dog? You locked up in jail with your mans, and you know what?
That's a lot.
Nah.
How is that different, bro?
The soap running down his back make him look like a chick.
No,
I mean, you
man.
ain't been around pussy for the past 10 years. He's starting to look kind of feminine.
Bro, the thing is, you're talking about us going against our nature. If you're with a girl, that's your nature. But you asked me to do in jail, you're gonna go turn homosexual.
Bro,
that's different.
Bro, plenty of men when they have life sentences, they just start
Dudley
fucking other
Douglas
dudes.
Next topic,
even when
guys.
they're straight, bro.
Next topic.
No, listen. If they have life sentences, I don't know, bro.
You know what?
You're just not trying to understand.
Right,
Next topic.
Understand. Let's agree to disagree. Next topic.
That's that.
Facts.
Financial literacy.
Being smart with your money.
Being smart with your chickens.
So we're talking. So you want to lead us? You want to lead us off?
I think was it your topic?
Yeah, that was my topic.
Walk us down the lane.
Sir Daniel.
I'm in the hot seat. Well, it's more so along the lines of, I think we touched on this on our last podcast about how even if you're making like $50,000 to $60,000, if you're smart with it, then you can still build like a household. You can still run a household.
Wait. You said repeat that?
Even if you're making like $50,000 to $60,000, if you're smart with your money, you can still run a household.
But just you?
No, with a family.
How many kids?
How many kids? I guess at max like 3.
So 3 kids, your wife, and you on one salary?
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Bro, it is possible. Why?
Good luck, fam.
Okay, because the reason why I can attest to that is because my father was able to do that for so long before he bought the house that we're currently living in. Like again, like because
you sure he was just making 60?
Hey, yo, Ben.
I think he was making more, bro.
Dude, no.
And
honestly,
I side with you on that because it's proven facts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do it. It just takes a lot of sacrifice.
And one of the best ways to understand that is is it Sweet Home Alabama? No, what's the movie?
I don't think you're getting that. I don't think you're stretching 60K in Miami right now. Have you seen the rent?
Hold on. But you know what you're doing? He's talking from a standpoint like he's in the trenches, my G. You're thinking on a wide scale, like until you're in there, you really don't know, man, because our parents, we're first generation here. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Our parents made less than the minorities because you know what I'm saying? And they made it work. And what he's saying is it comes down to structure, discipline.
No, literally. Like, cause like this is, I think you're thinking like this, right? When you're thinking of doing it in Miami, probably like fucking like Brickell or like Daytona or whatever, buying a fucking $200,000 or $300,000 house, this, that, and a third. Like, bro, if you sit down and you budget and you look at what needs to be spent and you don't cut corners and you don't allow any deviations to the budget, you can make
60K.
You can make it work. Yes,
you can make it work.
You can make it work.
Yeah, exactly. Sarah Castile got a good question. What neighborhoods are y'all living in?
No, but listen,
I don't think 60K with 3 kids and a wife.
So it's like I'm not thinking like
how much is that?
I'm not thinking like
1,300.
Yeah, my man.
I'm not thinking.
Let me explain something.
It's more so like this. It's not like you have the 60K and then you have to go buy a $200,000 house.
Facts.
It's more so like you're living in apartments, right? You're living in efficiency or whatever, stacking up your bread.
So let me say this though, right? Okay, so let's.
100%.
This is something your father did, right? That you attest to, right? And give or take
your
around
did
what
the
years?
same thing.
No, very different. Because I'm gonna tell you why I say it's a little bit different, right? Even in that time, because remember, middle class was a lot different than right now.
No, you're not wrong.
And 60,000 went a lot farther then, right?
Yeah,
than it does now.
So what I want to ask is this: I definitely think Miami was probably like a lot more doable than it is now. Yeah, for sure. So what I want to ask is this, right? Is at this time, like, how old were you? And what year was it around this time?
My father bought our house when I was in the 6th grade, so that was
90s or 2000s.
No, early 2000s.
But that's a different economy. That's before the market crash.
The market crashed in 2008.
Let's do quick maths.
So my father purchased a house way after that.
Let's do quick maths. 60K is roughly before Uncle Sam comes in. That's 5K.
What?
Before Uncle Sam takes any money out.
Yeah,
that's 5K.
5K of what?
5K per month.
Per month. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If he has some sort of retirement plan, 6% match, whatever.
Yeah.
That's, let's just say $600 goes to that. So you're at What? That's before Uncle Sam. That's 2,500. After Uncle Sam takes it, it's probably 3K. Let's just say 3K. You got a bunch of allowances, 3K. What's rent right now? Okay. I get it. Right now, you can't do that. Rent in Miami is 2K. So your check is gone off rent.
If I may, right? The reason why I still agree with Ben is just my life story, right? One of the biggest things I learned growing up, it takes a village to raise a child. And real talk is, even though you're not making as much as everybody, but when you work as a unit, my mother raised me. My cousin's mother raised me. Rest in peace, Ketley raised me as a youth. So I got raised by 3 different women, which allowed, even though my mom wasn't making great money, to do the things that she was able to do. It is possible.
But that's in the 90s, right?
But listen.
We're talking about in today's climate, in today's world. 60K is not feeding 5 people.
Listen.
Not today, not tomorrow.
Maybe not in your mind, not in your head because the way you picture things. But let me tell you something, my G. It's happening.
I mean, people are
but they have assistance, right?
But okay, yeah, you could still use assistance. But the thing is, people in Miami are making less than that.
Yeah, but they have assistance. They're not just making it.
But that's why I say it takes a village to raise a child. The point is, you could basically provide housing and a livable life, making minimum. You can't. It is going to be hard. But
60K is not the minimum.
But listen,
60K is a year after your entry job. Bro, I'm trying to break it down for you. You guys
I get what you're saying.
It can happen.
But you're not listening. What I'm saying is it's possible. But to say that it's not possible is asinine, because it is. Because there's people doing it right now, whether it was the 90s or 2000. You have to understand.
With one income?
Let's do this.
Prove it out. Do the math for me. Do the math for me.
Let's do this. Let's ask the chat.
Yes.
If you guys understand in 2022, right, in Miami, even if you're on a budget, can you survive in the city of Miami? I want to hear y'all in the chat.
All right, Welly,
to tune in.
Welly says today's prices
is not, and let us know.
It's not yesterday's prices. Hey, it's 100% facts. Sarah, if you want to come in the chat, come in.
No, I mean, look,
you can get invited.
The thing is, what I'm saying again,
but you guys are not. Your math, 60K is not.
But the thing is,
carrying a family.
It's still possible.
Okay.
It's still possible.
I'll break
it's
it down
not
like this.
Easy, but it's still possible.
Brick, you just said it. It's not. Let me ask you something. You have a family?
No.
Do you provide for a family?
No.
Do you actually have anything that depends on where other people depend on your income to live?
No.
Well, till then, you really can't speak on it. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful.
No,
listen,
you're right.
I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner. The reason why, and I say it like that, when it comes to coworkers, when it comes to family, niggas is doing it right now. They're making it happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's not normal. It's almost what you would be considered to be taboo. But 60K is enough to support a 5 fucking member family. It is.
Do the math.
But it's not about
if Uncle Sam takes 45% of that.
This nigga never heard of something.
So again, you have,
but then you're gonna get allowances because you have kids, you got mouths to feed, you have 4 dependents.
Yeah. So again,
but then a car note is how much is a car note?
I hear what you're explaining, but literally what you're explaining is that it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tooth and nail, you're struggling.
Yeah, but
we're not denying that, but it is possible. When motherfuckers in that situation, how many times have we seen people take the bus?
Yeah, bro.
How
literally.
many times, Richie, this nigga grinds. He lives all the way in the boondocks. He provides for his family. He provides for his father. He's the breadwinner. He only makes what? God forbid, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, my brother. He makes less than 40K and provides for a family. It's hard, but it is doable.
With no assistance.
No assistance. With the prayer of God and hard ambitions and work. It takes work, it takes effort, and it takes sacrifice.
Honestly.
But it is doable. Nobody wants to be in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. You're literally everything you're not saying is not wrong at all. Not wrong at all.
I agree.
But what needs to be understood is that even though it will be incredibly difficult, that it's still very possible.
Yes.
And if you have the mindset of improvement, then it's not something that would stick around for long.
Pursuit of happiness. Man was living in the bathroom, my dream.
All right, guys, I'm just saying Uncle Sam's going to take 45%. That's 2,500.
And you're not wrong.
But look,
then grocery. When you start adding up rent, mortgage,
bro,
all this other stuff,
yo, let me say something.
It doesn't make sense.
Let me say something. All right, you said you brought up the movie Pursuit of Happiness, right? All right, that was my real life. Okay. I used to live, yeah. That was me and my pops.
Word.
Yeah, we used to live in Seattle, Washington. You had to get to the shelter by 5 p.m. If you don't, you do not have a bed.
Can I ask you something? Is it true that sometimes, like in certain shelters, they would only let you in, but not even the father?
100%.
God damn.
Women and kids.
I always thought that was bullshit.
So the reason I say this, and this is 1991, 92.
Damn,
right?
Dude.
Yeah, so this is 1991, 1992, right? Now, my father at this time had just left Wayne State and got into University of Washington, right? So at the time of 100K at this time, it was pretty much like 100K. Oh, sorry. You could have like a bachelor's and make over 100K. Yeah. 100K, you were good. You know what I'm saying? That was enough to get a house. A house with at least like maybe half an acre of land. You know,
and they were still fucking you up.
But what I'm trying to say is that even at that time, even if you were working like fast food or whatever now, that time was still very, very dire straight because again, like we came in and my dad had a little bit of money, but it still wasn't enough to get, and this is West Coast. Yeah. This West Coast still wasn't enough to get a place and hold that down.
Yeah, but that's West Coast, bro. That's literally the height
of 1990. This is 1991, 92. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even after the fact, after we got straight and we, moved into our first apartment, I want to say probably like maybe my dad was probably making about, give or take, between maybe 35, 45.
Yeah.
A month?
No, 35 annually. 35, 45 annually until like school was done. So I just feel that in Miami today, even on Dire Straits, I probably would agree with you maybe in like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, man. Before the crisis. But now
it's literally like, bro, there's not even like, bro, I go to a place like Wynwood, right?
Yeah.
Wynwood, when I used to go there, when it was brand new, Wynwood used to be dead empty. And you could find an apartment over there. Matter of fact, better idea.
Yeah. Remember the bricks?
First condo apartment I ever lived in, right? First condo apartment I ever lived in was by Dayland. You know how much my rent was? Take a guess.
700?
$875.
For a condo.
Yeah. But you know how much it is now?
Just
like
right,
same area?
Like 3K for
right now, if you look at the landscape for financial literacy, since we're talking about it, they're pushing the middle class out.
Yeah. They're boxing
It's gonna be rich, have-nots, and poor.
We're about to all have nots.
So that's where it comes in. The most important thing.
Oh, we got someone coming in the stream.
Wait. So look, and the reason why I say that is because I think at that time the middle class was alive. Yeah. It's almost dead now.
Yeah, we were the transmission. We were the ones keeping shit moving.
So I would say that's why, and people press this a lot, but you have to, being broke makes you smarter, makes you learn how to stretch a dollar longer.
Not everyone,
but if you're willing to, right? So another thing you have to do is also have multiple streams of income, right? And people think that it's always like, day trading or like trading crypto or shit like that. No, bro. Hustle. Sometimes you can just go on fucking Craigslist, find fucking disgusting couches or whatever, or bookshelves or whatever the fuck, refurbish them, sell them for 3 times that you purchased it for, right?
You know what I would say? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what I will say today, in today's climate, it's so easy to become a millionaire.
It is
today.
No, but here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is the trick, though. When I say trick, I mean this is the illusion that's being fed to you on social media. That you see these fucking 20-year-olds, these kids becoming millionaires,
flexing,
bro. And I remember thinking about it, and it puts you in the mindset like, damn,
what the fuck am I doing?
I'm 24. I'm gonna be 25 next year. I'm gonna keep getting older, and I'm no closer to being a millionaire than I was last year. And that's putting you in the mindset. It's like,
makes you feel like you're fucking up.
But you have to recognize that we're in a new era. But the old way to become a millionaire still works. You can still become a millionaire in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, right?
Listen, you could be Jake Paul or you could be Warren Buffett.
Exactly, dude. And like, who knows where Jake Paul is going? But he's blowing up right now. He has the podcast. He's gonna fucking fight Andrew Tate or whatever the fuck.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about it. So like, he's blowing up right now. But that can only last. You can only stay in the public eye for so long. You can only keep the interest for so long. You have to diversify in a way that even under wraps, you're still gonna make money, right? So again, I have a buddy, he's fucking pressure washing, dude. cleaning cars.
Right.
There are so many simple.
He's grinding.
Exactly. You can be fucking making 40, 50, 60, even 70. Because even 70 is fucking hard to live and fucking up in Miami with, bro. But if you're willing to put in the work to fucking grind out and not like waking up 5 a.m. with a coffee and doing meditation and shit like that. No, it's just fucking working long hours.
I take offense to that. I wake up at 5 a.m.
But yo, you 100 though. You 100.
No, like, and look, but what you're doing, you know, what you're moving towards is good for you. Right. 100%. But if that's not what the person wants, then like it's kind of you. It depends on what you want to do.
Take
whether
this
or not
podcast,
it's fucking useless.
It take one motherfucker to set shit off right. One client to set off shit right. Because there's niggas, like we talked about it before, niggas been doing shit their whole life. But you get that one break, nigga, the rest is history.
You said someone was trying to get on?
Yeah, well, we got to keep going. We got a few more topics and videos to get to.
Final thoughts?
Financial, if I may.
Yeah.
My final thoughts on it, man. Being Haitian, first generation here, dog, we all sacrificed and we come from nothing. And that's why, like, yo, from my grandmother to my mother gave us the blueprint. It's just about finding your lane, but it's possible, my G, with the right discipline, with the right ambitions. Your odds is already against you from the day you wake up. You know what I'm saying? You have to define your life, though. You got to make them moves to advance. You tell me this all the time, my G. So that's why I keep it at 100.
All I can say is I remember as a child hearing my parents say that they forgot to pay like a bill, right? And like growing up, and now that I'm older, nigga, you don't forget your bills, bro. They're always on your mind. Yeah. So that made me realize that was their version of softening the blow to not have us realize that, like,
So you guys didn't panic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we didn't realize that we were in dire straits, right? Now that we're older and like my dad is more like solid in his like job or whatever, like that's not an issue anymore. And that's because of hard work. So basically the thing I'm trying to say is even if you're not making the amount that you want currently, you just have to stay on that grind set.
It's only temporary.
That's only temporary. That's what you have to have. It's
my final thoughts. 60K. You're not feeding 5 people. 60K. 60K is a starter kit. It's a bachelor kit.
Yeah, I mean that's valid. But
if you're not making before you start a family, I would think you need at least 90 to 100.
I mean that's
one
fair.
person.
That's fair, but people are starting families on way less. Is the thing.
Plan better or wait. No, build yourself because you don't want we're first generation, but we got to give the next generation better.
No, but I think the thing
do you understand what I'm saying? So 60K is not better. We're struggling. If you grew up struggling, why are you gonna struggle again on the next generation?
I definitely get what you're saying, but again, the point I'm saying is that 60K isn't good. I'm just saying it's possible. Facts. That was the whole thing, that it's possible.
It's possible. It's not saying that's good and you're good to go.
That's not even optimal. It's suboptimal.
No. Today, 2022, 60K is not
okay, but
it's not struggling. It's bottom.
People are still doing it.
Facts.
I get you. I know you're 100% right, but I would not have on this. Your mentality is important here. You cannot start anything with 60K. That's good rent, sneaker money, date money.
So the thing is,
but you got to be ambitious to get more. Then you could start thinking when you get 80, 90.
But
you're saying
to
can
start,
when you
start a family.
Saying should is the thing.
So final thoughts on my end. I think that yes, you can survive with a lot. You can survive with a lot less. However, in today's climate, like just in where I've been in Miami, like maybe if I went to like tri-state area, or maybe I went to like, maybe I was in like maybe South Carolina, but in Miami, today's climate, I don't think that 60K is making it.
Not even close. Not even close.
And even with maybe like, hey, look, you know what? I'll take that back. I could probably make 60K stretch with me and one other person, and that's like bare minimal. But with 5 kids, I don't.
No, 5 people. So
5 people total.
5 people, I don't see it. Two maybe, but I don't see it with 5K.
Not gonna happen.
I mean, 5 people.
On to the next.
All right, guys. What is the proper way to break off a relationship? Woo! No ghosting. Ghosting's off limits.
Ghosting is off limits. No. Always in person. Always in person. Ghost,
that means you never gave a fuck about the person, in my opinion.
Yep. But I am guilty to a degree.
Ghosting?
I am guilty of ghosting. Yeah,
that's the new norm now.
I mean, I've been ghosted, plenty of times, and I've also done it as well. And I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm definitely not saying it's okay because it's better. The only time that I've ever a chick that I approached, I spoke to her, I got her Instagram, I was talking to her, and she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, look, you're an all right guy, but I'm not really interested in talking to you anymore." And I was like,
that sounds like a Tiffany.
Yeah, but bro, I was like,
damn, nigga, why you gotta put a name on it?
Y'all watched the last episode, you'll know why.
I was like, hey, yo, I respect that because literally no chick has ever told me that.
Yeah,
like ever, literally ever.
If I may, and I'm sorry because this is a sensitive topic, man.
Why?
Because when it comes to breaking up, there's no right way and there's no wrong way. And the reason why I say there's no wrong way and there's no right way, because no matter what you do, no matter how you go about it, it's going to hurt if one party, if not both. And I think you hope that it's on a mutual respect where both parties respect each other and both parties understand this is what needs to be done. That it's not malice. You understand what I'm saying? And unfortunately, like in my case, man, it's like the inevitable. It's like death. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? For men know when their relationship is dying. They do. Just like women know when their relationship dying. It sucks. And I mean, it sucks to such a high degree because the blessing is you get to start over. But there's also trauma behind it. You understand what I'm saying?
The curse is you have to start over.
Yeah. But at the same time, you don't want to hurt that person because and this is not for you toxic motherfuckers who on that drama shit, baby. Nah, fuck that. When you got two parties who honestly still care about, but not compatible, you still love the person. You still care about the person. It's just, unfortunately, somebody got to play the bad guy.
But here's my thing. I will say this. If I did ghost, I wasn't aware of it. I don't think I've ever.
Cap.
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever ghosted. If I ghosted, I didn't.
Because sometimes, I don't ghost out of like, I'm not interested anymore. Sometimes I'm just like,
you're playing video games.
Sometimes I'm just in the mindset to where I'm not really worried about social media or interacting with people that I don't already know. So it just kind of like slips my mind, and I'm like, oh.
I mean, one of the worst.
She didn't message me back though, so
when it comes to like the right way,
real men don't ghost.
On the wrong way or right way of doing shit. One of the most hurtful, like one of my breakups that fucked me up the most was my first. You know what I'm saying? We had split, and then after high school we got back together, and you could like you don't know this is also where kids are baggage. You understand what I'm saying? And
no, they're not baggage.
I have to be real with you. I actually thank her, even though she did it in a real fucked up way. With him. Now, I could have ate that anywhere. I ain't gonna front, was in my feelings, but I have to respect her for it because she brought it to my attention. She didn't run from it. And as much as it ached and killed me, yeah, that's my nigga. But he don't owe me nothing. All I said is, good luck. That's it.
That's real shit, man.
Yeah.
Good luck. Now, mind you, it took me years to get there. You understand what I'm saying? Because a younger me would have wanted to fucking punch holes in the walls, but you get to a point where you get to an age as a man, all you're looking for is peace.
True.
And while you look for peace, some people are going to take themselves out because that's what you're working for. So let people take themselves out the picture sometimes. And you may not see it now, but later down the line, you see it was a blessing.
So here's I understand in that too. Like early on, like I grew very cold. Like I became.
Oh man, I should call her.
No, but
talking shit.
I grew cold very early, right? You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like
how early?
Dog, I'm talking about maybe like 14, 15.
Yeah.
Bro, my relationships would not last more than 2 weeks, bro.
You move fast.
No, just that like
Mr. Informa.
It's because like I always believe like people like after the honeymoon stage, people they get tired. Yeah. So then that's when real interest comes in.
Yeah.
Like that's why like it's so crazy. Like when you're young and like older people tell you, man, you ain't into love. You don't know what love.
You don't know, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, like I naturally got cold. So if a relationship broke off, yeah.
Keep going. Change, put our logo.
We what was I gonna say?
It ain't real.
No.
But she takes a shit in front of you.
True. But what I'm saying is this: that like I would never ever like somebody would want to break up. I'd be like, all right, yeah. But wait, what the fuck is going on? Two fingers.
You're not leaving me. I'm leaving you.
Like you. Why the fuck you making it so easy?
Sarah says therapy is great, guys. I think therapy is important.
Hold on, wait. Because the thing is, because the thing is, like, I want y'all to notice that, like, sometimes, like, because you're not engaging in something doesn't mean you're disengaged.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
It just meant that for me,
You're
it was
coasting.
like, yeah, because look, if I engage in it, the more I got to think about the moment, the more I'm going to dwell after the fact.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I was very cold in that way. And I had to learn to obtain emotions. So if that was a point of ghosting all my exes out there, if I ghosted you, it wasn't on purpose. I didn't know I was doing it.
Yo, just want to shout out. My barber's up in the chat. He's loving it right now. Shout out to Prestige Barbershop, yo.
Hey, Jair, got me looking right,
yo. Listen. Let me show you.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't got no hair. Bold. But let me tell you, see this man?
Black Mr. Clean.
Right here? You see this right here?
Mr. Clean.
That's him.
Gets it done.
That's him. You want an ill cut? Check my boy out. Trust
Black
me.
Mr. Clean.
No,
but I didn't realize that because my problem with the relationship was that I always gave people the benefit of the doubt. So I always my whole thing is like reflecting or like trying to think how that other person is thinking. So it's like like why are they like this? Like I know about them, I know their history or this and the third. So this is why they're acting like this. So it's okay because that's how they express themselves. And I had to learn the hard way that just because that's how they express themselves doesn't mean that it's okay for them to treat you that way.
A big fact.
You didn't learn the hard way. You learned the right way. Perception, my baby.
So
perception.
So yeah, I was 20. I was 20 years of age.
Was yesterday, bro.
For real.
I was about to say the same shit.
I was 20 years of age when I realized that
young buck
that you can't save them all. As the words of the great Jermaine Cole.
Okay, Pokemon.
Don't save her.
Final thoughts, Ben 10. Get to it.
Like what J. Cole says, don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
All right. Logic.
But to break up a relationship, do it in person. Be respectful. If you have anything on your chest, please get it off before you go so it doesn't become like a recurring thing that you keep communicating with your ex, man. Get what you have to say. And if they cut it short or whatever, like what my ex did to me, I was, rattling some shit off to her. She was like, okay, this is done. And she fucking left me where we were talking. You just got to get over it because ultimately there's a reason why they're not in your life anymore. Don't dwell on it, but be civil depending on the situation. And just be the bigger person.
My final thoughts on it. Life is real, y'all. And whether we like it or not, man, some things we don't control. You can't force somebody to love you. You can't force somebody to be with you. All you could ask is that they respect you enough to keep it real with you. So the way I look at it, man, don't let it get you down. Keep it as motivation on to the next because there's somebody out there for everyone. Period.
My final thoughts on it is, man, look, be upfront with whoever it is that you are going to break up with and make sure you grieve. Like if you got to do it behind closed doors or whatever, however you got to deal with it just so you can move forward.
I co-sign everything y'all said.
But this is what I don't agree with. And this is a controversial topic.
What's up?
I don't very much care for therapy. I don't believe in it. I believe in, listen. I believe in self-improvement and self-reflection.
Infinity stones.
No, you need some therapy, fam. You got to talk about your problems.
Because my thing with that is, why are you paying somebody money? Someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't care about you, money to unload your problems onto them.
That's the perfect.
Wait.
There, you do that. You do that so you don't dump in on your wife or your girlfriend or your family.
No, you're absolutely right.
But I get
that baggage we were talking about. You can't unload that on someone you're trying to date.
But that's why I said self-improvement and reflection.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Please let me get this, man. I'm saying this from real talk. Bro.
Yeah.
I come from first generation Nigerian family. They don't like none of that. They don't like none of that therapy stuff.
Yeah.
But in today's climate, you need that therapy, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell you why, because before it was everything was with your hands. Everything was tangible. Yeah. Today it's social media. It's your mental.
You're open.
No, you're absolutely right. So, and I'm not gonna say therapy isn't effective. I'm not saying that.
But I will say this, and I'm going to let you have the floor, my brother.
Thank you.
Is that the reason why you seek a therapist is for two reasons. Number one is you unload your problems onto somebody who cannot be biased.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They can't be biased to you because, for example, let's say you and I are homeboys, and I'd be like, and let's say I'm trying to push you to do, follow your dreams or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nigga, get your ass up in there. And at some point you might snap because of the connection that we have as friends.
Yeah.
Right. But if it was a perfect stranger and you're like, well, you got to go up and get it. You may not have that resentment. You may not have that because there's not a connection there. Right.
You're absolutely right.
So, and in order to think, and the other thing is too, like, just because somebody it doesn't know your life doesn't mean that it can't help you navigate your mental.
No, you're not. You are absolutely right. Yeah. And what I have to say to that is that definitely works for someone, being able to go to a perfect stranger and unload your problems. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, that very same person that goes to therapy can go to therapy to unload their problems and not become a better person. They can just use going to therapy as hey, I'm going to therapy. Please excuse my shitty behavior. Yeah, I'm going to therapy, right? So I'm not saying it's not effective, because it can be effective in a lot of cases. But I also truly do believe in self-improvement and reflection.
You do know.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Comments is going up, right?
Let me ask you something. When you have an issue with your car, who do you take it to?
Look at this guy. It's not the same.
Who do you take it to? Answer the question. Who do you take it to?
I take it to one of my boys that knows cars.
Do you pay him?
Sometimes.
I use it.
So he's a subject matter expert on what? The car.
Yeah.
Okay, when you need to get your haircut, who do you go to?
I go to the barber that I always go to.
They're the subject matter of what?
Of my hair.
Do you know how you think?
Listen.
Do you know what gets you going? Do you know what's up here? Do you know what's going on? Sometimes the best thing you need is someone on the outside to look in and tell you, hey, look, you should work on these things.
And like I said, again, it's
not a sign of weakness.
I didn't say that. Like I said, it is effective in a lot of cases.
Yes.
Right? But again, what you need to also recognize is self-reflection. You have to be able. You need that awareness
Pull
of
yourself out that darkness
to recognize.
I have a comment. Someone who goes. All right. Someone who goes to therapy every month, it definitely ain't working.
Listen, no, but I want to get real on this, man, because I lost a couple friends to suicide, man. Go get help. Like, even still to this day, and I'm not trying to make it about myself, mental health is so fucking real, my G.
Very.
Because it's a fucking fight. And I'm going to say it like this. Let me break it down and let me be OG with y'all for a while. You got 3 wars in life. 3. You have war with yourself. You got a war with society, and you got a spiritual war. The war with yourself, that's finding out who you want to be, what you want to be, being to your best capabilities, whatever. Your second war is war with society, by society standards, by operating on what society seems fit. And then there's your third war, your spiritual war.
Internal conflict.
That's the mental that sometimes doesn't align with the heart. Yo, in honor of my boy Tech, in honor of my boy Michael, rest in peace, man, because I wish they would seek help, because they would still be here right now. Now, I understand where you're coming from, because me, myself, nigga, I don't died on the scene. You understand? From a very horrible motorcycle wreck. I don't came from an abusive household, unfortunately. You understand? So there comes this point where it's like, nah, I got to build myself up and I got to pull myself out that darkness. But the truth of the matter is some things in life are not meant to do alone. You know what I'm saying? One of my biggest conflicts of me not seeking help in the beginning was, why the fuck do I want to go see a therapist when I don't give a fuck what people think? You understand what I'm saying? But that made me realize I'm my own worst enemy. So to my viewers out there, to anybody about, yo, you don't have to go see a shrink, but speak on it. Don't hold that in, man. That shit does so much damage. And guess what? It don't only affect you, it affects the ones that love you too, because we see that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, my nigga. I don't disagree with you when you say you got to pull yourself out the darkness. For those who do it by themselves, yo, more power to you. I'm proud of you.
I'm not saying finish your thought.
Because it's hard as fuck to pull yourself out from that dark place. But the thing where therapy fucks me up, and this is me personally speaking, I'm hesitant on it because I understand it's a fucking business at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? And
just like everything, that logic doesn't make sense. No, everything's a business.
Let me finish. The reason why I say I understand it's a business, my G, I go to pain management for the pain I'm in. It's not called pain cure. It's called pain management. And unfortunately, maybe because of the trauma in my life, I don't trust people, especially never alone a stranger, so easily. You know what I'm saying? Because when you open up, it's like opening up to a woman. You give her enough information, man, she could control you hard body. And my problem when it came to seeking help was I had to get over the fact of that complex of trusting a person, never mind a stranger. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But it is possible. But you have to make that leap. And I'm telling y'all, as a viewer, I felt this shit in my heart, yo. If you're going through some shit, I'm not even a doctor, but let us know. This is a brotherhood here. This whole podcast is about building each other, holding each other accountable, not walking on eggshell, expresses how we feel. So if y'all motherfuckers is going through something, yo, you got our information. Drop on a comment, drop on a topic, jump in the chat room. We here. Because this shit is real. I'm tired of seeing my brothers take their own lives. I'm tired of seeing my sister take their own lives, yo. Yeah. We are one unit. We got to start being there for each other. Most importantly, we got to start taking accountability for the things we do. And most importantly, accountability for the things we don't do. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm not saying that to not have a support group, a support circle, people that you can trust, people that you can lean on. And I think Ralph said in the chat, therapy ain't for every issue. And that's absolutely true. Sometimes there are things that you have to go through it alone. You have to go through it and you have to understand yourself better as a person, right? So again, therapy is useful in a lot of instances, but it's not the end all be all thing whenever you have trauma or baggage or anything of that nature. So me personally, I know what my mental state is like. I'm very critical of myself. So I guess that's another one of my problems. I'm very critical of myself. Some would say too critical. But
that's a strength, my G.
But it's one of those things where like it could be an instance where like I don't start something because I'm afraid of failure, right? So like that is a problem. Those are hurdles that I have to get through. But like I know that talking about it isn't gonna make it better because
you got to make a movement behind it.
What you're talking about is growth. Yeah. You can't go to therapy to grow.
But that's what I'm saying.
When you get to a point where you're stuck and you can't grow further, that's when you need
but I'm saying like that's
outside intervention,
self-improvement and reflection.
But let me ask you this. I get what you're saying too. And because ultimately, yes, when you seek therapy, yes, it ultimately relies on yourself if you want change.
Exactly. 100%. You can go to fucking therapy and talk about your problems all day, but like
ultimately it's up to you to get the job done and do the work.
Exactly. And I think the problem is sometimes that people use therapy as a crutch, right? Like they go to therapy like, I got all my feelings out.
It doesn't excuse bad behavior.
It doesn't excuse bad behavior, of course. And like, or it'll give them like a sense of satisfaction that they are improving, but not really because they're placebo. Exactly.
But I think it also comes down to like how you're using therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because for example, right? If you don't see, like, for example, you said you're very critical on yourself, right? Yeah. There's some people that are more critical on themselves than you. Right?
Yeah, and this I know. Yeah.
So they may not even find the tool. They may not even identify that, hey, this is a problem. So sometimes you got to get with somebody to tell you, hey, this is a problem. Now, where you take it from there, that's up to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can bring a horse to the water.
All right, guys, final thoughts.
it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta thug it out, but that don't mean you gotta thug it out alone. It is what it is.
Final thoughts, my G. The only thing we control in life is our perception, and because we control our perception, you know when you need help and you know when you don't. You're in control of your own destiny. You just gotta be held accountable, and most important, you gotta hold yourself accountable, especially if nobody else is. So I believe in therapy.
Sarah says I need therapy.
I agree 100,000% in therapy.
100%.
And this ain't no joke. I agree with that 100% because sometimes you have tools in this world to fight a lot of demons, and some things you just don't. And the answer isn't always to thug it out. Answer isn't always to thug it out. Sometimes you got to get past your ego and seek that help. So if you guys are going through that, if anybody is going through that, seek help. I lost a cousin from that. Okay. I lost a cousin from that. And the crazy thing is I heard the conversation that she had amongst people and I was like, how y'all didn't pick up on it?
Yeah.
Because I would have. Yeah. But that's needless to say, seek help.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed. If you're going through something, ask for help.
No, definitely.
In anything. Someone told me a couple of weeks ago when we went to that meet and greet, the bigger your dream, the more people you need around you. You need therapists. Asking for help is not.
You need balance.
It's not something that we need to frown upon right now.
I don't see asking for help as a weakness. It takes a stronger man to ask for help. Honestly, it does.
Especially if it's life or death.
Yeah.
So ask for help. Go seek help. All right. Next topic, guys. True cost of dating for a man. So we talked about this over the weekend, and it comes off the back of that video we saw where that guy spent $5,000 on a girl. He flew her out, and she wasn't putting out.
Give me my flight. Give me my flight confirmation, bitch. You want your flight confirmation? Where's going north, yo? Fuck out of here.
Bro. So let's talk about the video real quick, but then we'll talk about the true cost. So he supposedly spent $5,000 on this girl. Yeah, and then he automatically thought, I'm supposed to be getting cutty. What do you guys think of that?
Well,
I think he's stupid. First off,
number one, here's the thing, man, and I'm gonna say it once, and I'm gonna say it 1,000 times: is you ain't no motherfucking little kid. The nigga stated in the video that y'all been talking, so you already know pillow talk up in there. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is where
let me interject real quick, Sarah. That is fake. But there are dudes that are cashing out. There are men cashing out. Yeah, that was a skit. But there are men cashing out on women like that.
Let me explain it to our subscribers right now. For you ladies out here watching this, be very fucking careful, nigga. Yo, I'm speaking on behalf of Mel. There are some fucked up men out there.
True
and y'all playing with your fucking life.
And there's some fucked up women out here too.
No, but I don't take away. But the truth is, here's why it's hard for me to digest. You don't know the nigga. You have him fly you out, and we know ain't no nigga gonna entertain unless there's some sexual content in there. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what the conversation
niggas of a certain caliber.
But you going out there and with your attitude, if this nigga was someone like some of the men I know, your ass wouldn't have made it back to the airport.
Yeah, but here's my thing too.
But I just want to say, y'all women out there, be careful, man.
Yeah,
stop making these dumbass situations. Stop putting yourself in these situations, especially because you grown, bro. That's just crazy.
I want to say something, dog. And again, look, I don't take anything away from you, but sometimes some of these hoes out here don't be victimizing them, dog. They know exactly what they're doing out here. Okay,
facts.
No, and it's heartbreaking.
That's why I say what I say.
Because the thing is here, look, right in 2022, right in 2022, right. If women know the kind of power they got, they know.
That's smart woman,
especially certain ones. So they know that. So it's basically putting a price on everything. We talked about this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've entertained it because women. Listen, let's be real. Men are the masters of manipulation. Women are the masters of seduction. So you've seduced this situation to come to life. It's just like a spell. You speak things into existence, all that stuff. If you are bringing that stuff to life, you already know there's consequences that come with it. There's things that come with it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if you go to a club, right, and you twerk on a guy that you're not attracted to, and then he try to grab you again and dance on another song, and then you push him off, and he's like, "What the?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You warranted that by bringing that to the situation.
No, so you let him on. But here's the thing. I think that these situations are on the men.
I mean, they're definitely on the men.
They're simping the fuck out.
Yeah. I've had conversations.
You can't buy attraction. Yeah. You can't pay.
No, you can't.
There's no amount of money. Yeah, you can
supposed to earn a woman, not buy.
But you have to understand, like the way that men operate, the way that most of them, especially ones that don't know how they work, the way that men operate is when they're approached with seduction. If you don't know yourself, it's gonna trick you every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
No, I've had conversation with my homegirls where one of her homegirls it's like that's her living, right? That's how she gets around by seducing men into flying her out and fucking footing the bill for the this, that, and the third. And I've also had another conversation with another one of my homegirls where it's like what you said about the club when the chick's dancing on you. You try to
shorties have died doing what she's doing.
And it's dangerous and it sucks. And so, like, where a chick's dancing on you in the club, you try to dance with her some more, she's pushing you off. Like, I've had conversations where she would say, "Oh, I don't owe you anything. I just wanted to dance. That don't mean nothing."
You know what that sounds like? Right? She's all right to get fun.
Like, bro, and that's valid. That's valid. You are absolutely right, young miss. You do not owe me anything. Why are you on me like that then? Because I don't. We're not in the club. I'm not talking to you. You're turning around. Hey, by the way, this don't mean anything.
Don't throw rocks at no beehive, and don't talk shit if you got a glass of y'all.
My thing with that is just please. Oh goodness gracious, please be careful. Yeah. There are some dangerous niggas out there, dude. On everything. Yeah, women can be dangerous, but men, when men are already dangerous. When they're denied sex, when they were really expecting it, bro, now they're unfucking predictable, dude. And that's just
imagine how mad you are when you got a shorty at the crib, and then she pulls out and you got a heartbeat on your dick. You mad as fuck. It's like,
or you pull up.
I can feel the blood rushing to my shit. You gonna pull this shit? Why don't you call me over? You got your motherfucking period. You gonna be sucking on a nigga's neck, knowing what's going on, and then you gonna get mad at me.
You was gonna tell me you was on red.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
the fuck wrong with you?
And bro, like,
ain't no games up in here.
It doesn't even have to be sex, bro. For my niggas. Yeah. You don't ever remember how upset you've been when you're in the middle of stroking your shit and someone's fucking knocking on your door bothering you and you got to stop.
Wait, what?
Masturbating. Masturbating.
No, but he's right.
No, but
he's
bro,
right. That shit fuck your whole
Have you ever been masturbating and someone fucking bothers you? It's a phone call, a text, or knocking on your door, some shit.
But that's literally the reality.
You gotta pause the video. You gotta put your shit back in your pants.
Three people left when you said that.
They can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth, though. Because when you in the zone, dog, and shit cut you off, it's like, smoking a blunt, right? And you chilling, you vibing, and that one nigga comes in starting some shit and kills your high.
No, yeah, dude.
That shit fucks you up.
Now that I'm high and you just killed the vibe, I don't want to be fucking high anymore. Dude, get the fuck out of here, dude.
You're killing me, man.
Be cool, man. Be cool. Facts. And then I got a bust on the blanket, Mr.
All right, guys. So we had a couple videos that we was gonna show you guys out here. So first video, what are you gonna put up on there, Church? What's the first video?
So we got man speaking facts. Dude says ladies need to stop inviting men over when you know your baby daddy still pays the bills.
This is how they shit start.
Let's get right into it.
Golly, G Willikers. Just hit the little square button right there.
I spend more money on my cow's hooves than you spend on your wife. You're probably right, nigga. Because I ain't bought our quarter.
Over 20,000
because I'm blessed.
The full screen button.
Top 20 U.S. hospitals.
But ain't you
skip ad?
We're the largest provider of doctors in
hit the full screen button. Second.
Goddamn, Ricky Raper, bitch.
We practiced in all top 20.
Stop talking about money, man. Because money don't unlane the lane there. There's a lot of
mandatory meet and greet with your baby daddy. That's right. A mandatory meet and greet with your baby daddy. I don't want to hear we co-parenting. I don't want to hear we cool. I don't want to hear he like my best. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If the niggas in jail, we can go visit them together. But a meet and greet has to be fucking done. Y'all be having all types of just because you broke over here for not me, that shit broke over.
page commenting about me,
Real
calling
talk.
me out my
And
name, my
invited me over
nigga,
here
for
to
no
this house.
motherfucking
And I'm gonna
reason
tell
at
you
all.
something, fellas.
This is how
Remember
this shit
this.
started.
If a woman
So
got
I'm gonna
kids,
tell
she
you
might go
again,
to
man.
that house.
Leave me the
If you
fuck
ask
alone,
her,
man.
man, ain't
I
no
see
nigga,
your
your
little
baby daddy
funky
gonna be
ass
popping
video.
up.
I
If she
spend
say
more
this
money
shit
on
right
my
here to you, she
cow's
say,
hooves
my baby
than you
daddy ain't
spend
running
on
shit
your
over here.
wife. You
Nigga, don't
probably
go.
right, nigga.
Because 9
Cause I
times
ain't
out of
bought our
10,
quarter,
that
nigga.
nigga is
She
running shit
fuck with
over
me
there.
because who I'm blessed to be,
This
not
nigga
because
just
I
came
bless
up
her
in
with a
here and
fee.
whooped my ass.
But
You
ain't you the
understand
nigga
me?
that shit?
Whooped my ass the
I
whole
put
time. I'm
Molly
looking
all in
up at
that
her
drink.
like,
She
I
ain't
thought you
even
said
know it.
he ain't running shit. Y'all, this nigga
Goddamn
yelled out
Ricky
every
Raper,
motherfucking
bitch.
bill that he paying
Huh?
this bitch. And I think
Stop
he
talking
yelled out
about money,
all of
man. Cause money don't
yeah, I'm
unlane the
out here in the
lane,
car,
nigga. There's
asshole
a lot
naked.
of suck
Can't
ass
go
niggas
home. I
out here
left
with
my
money and
clothes
you
up in
on the
there.
list.
Can't go
Matter
home
of fact,
because
you the
she just
captain of
told
the
me
Suckers with
she
Money
ain't fucking with him.
Association of
And he ain't
America,
running
nigga.
shit over there
And
and
we
he
ain't
do.
impressed. So mind your business.
Hold on, y'all.
Because
He
that's
right
your
here.
problem. You're always minding niggas'
Hey,
business.
hey, my
Listen, man,
man. Oh, you still
I'm
here?
only gonna tell you
I
this
don't
one
want no
time,
problem.
Ross.
Did
You
you
better
see some
stop
drawers
fucking
in there on the
playing
floor,
with me,
bro?
man.
I'm just trying to get my draw.
You hear me?
Man,
And
get
mind
the
your
fuck
fucking
on,
business,
man. Okay,
man.
don't even worry about it. I'm
Because
gonna
you
go
went
home
on a
like
nigga
this. It's cool.
Instagram
Don't even
page
worry about it.
commenting about me, calling
See, this
me
is what
out
I'm
my
talking
name,
about.
my
Let
nigga,
us
for
know.
no motherfucking reason at all. This how this shit.
So
First off, this man is a trooper. Just finished getting his ass freshly whooped. This first thing he's trying to do is hop on social media. He didn't even go to the makeup room, none of that shit. He had to fucking sell it.
he said, let me tell you guys, let me tell the world something after this ass whooping.
Hey, so
I'm in there getting my ass whooped.
why did he not think that potentially she got a bunch of kids in the house? I would have thought.
Well,
hey, bro, fellas go dumb if they, you feel me?
If
True.
here's straight up, dog. And I'll tell you, so I remember I was fucking with some chick, right? And her baby daddy, they had recently, broke apart, whatever. And it was her daughter. I took him to Mickey D's, right? By the time I came back with the food.
Did you get it for all of them?
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't that type fucked up. But as I come back with the food, this girl is bawling fucking tears. Bawling tears, my nigga. She shows me a picture that her baby daddy sent, and it's him holding her dog outside of a window, talking about, bitch, where are my clothes? So I said, give him back his clothes. I burned them. What are we gonna do? We? Who is we?
We?
Bitch, I ain't known you not even a month.
Bitch, you speaking French?
You feel me? But the truth of the matter is, he's a simp. And the reason I say he's a simp, you put yourself in that situation. Out of all the bitches outside in this world, you want to fuck with that? And that's the thing, bro. That's what happens when men don't want to hunt. When men don't want to earn a woman, they want to buy a woman or they want it easy. You're going to get the fucked up choices. You're going to get the fucked up individuals. If you're going to mess with a chick that got a kid, it needs to be mandatory that you meet the baby father. Because that's going to tell you everything more about the situation, the relationship, and most importantly, about the woman. And that's what niggas, if the baby daddy don't want to meet you, is because there's emotions that are still alive, and it is not a wise investment of your time and effort. Because it will always end up bad. And that's the thing, man. A lot of people think that's just cute, but you know how many motherfuckers died like that? You know how many motherfuckers lost their life because of some situation like that? Yo, that shit ain't cool, bro. If you have a baby daddy, same thing with the baby mamas. I've seen plenty of videos where baby mamas come into the picture, fucking key in the car, trying to fight the new girlfriend. Yo, and the sad part is, fuck the adults. What about the kids? Because they're the ones who suffer. They're the ones who got to see that shit. This shit's sickening, bro. It might be a funny skit, but to me, that's not a laughing matter, dog. Straight the fuck up.
Big time.
No, honestly, dude, like, the thing is, consequences, whether good or bad, you get what you get. If you know this chick, if you know this individual, because it can go for men and women.
Mm-hmm.
If you know this individual has, they have children, and the parent of the children are still an active member in the life, and if if you're brave enough to have that talk about the parent, and you recognize that, hey, maybe they're kind of unstable. Hey, maybe there's a reason why they're not living with the children, things of that nature, right? Then if you decide to bring yourself into that, you take what you get. Big factuals. Honestly, it's like that dude. He's there sitting surprised and with his jaw dropping. What's this and the third? But like, bro, she had the baby daddy. He was around. Like, you're saying all that in the video. It's almost as if you already knew that. So you just fucking fell into your own trap. So he had to learn the hard way. Yep. And he's just like, and if it was real, that's what I'm saying. that's a cautionary tale.
Yep.
Don't be careful if you're going to be messing with someone that has children and the parent of that children are an active member in their life, and they're
What
a little bit unstable.
If the child's 5, then the love is alive. Is that what they say?
I never heard that shit in my life.
No, that's a. I was watching what's this bitch's podcast? I think Kendra. If the child is 5, then the love is still alive.
I don't know about that. I say this. What I do say is, if you're dealing with somebody who has kids, it should already come in your mind that those kids came from somebody.
Yeah.
So at some point, you're gonna have to deal with.
There is no immaculate conception in the modern world.
Right. But also too, like, and again, I also put this on a woman too, because like most women that I know that have kids, like they're not bringing the kids around until like there's been like a solidified relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like kids get used to that, blah, blah, blah. Much less the baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
No, you're not wrong.
Get a hotel, bro.
Hotel, motel, holiday inn.
Yeah.
Next.
It's just a dangerous game.
Karma can see it says fuck the kids.
No, man, fucking kids. No, bro, I'm gonna be. No, I shouldn't say that.
I mean, look, you should. My 2 cents. You should know where you're going with Shorty. You should.
No, yeah, big facts.
You know
big
what I'm
facts,
saying?
Big facts.
She got kids in the house.
Shit,
like, bro.
Bring
I mean,
to
like,
your spot or meet
exactly, bro. Like,
that's dangerous.
You don't
He
go
could
to
have got shot.
You don't go to the woods playing with a fucking baby bear, not expecting the mama to come out.
Yeah, but
and
like
it's the same scenario.
It could be like this, bro. Like she has the kids at home. What's on chat?
Keep going, bro.
It could be like this. She has the kids at home, and like he probably told her, yo, slide to my spot, this, that, and the third. And she was like, yo, I got the kids. I'm watching the kids. And like, and it could be the instance where like she hits up the baby daddy to watch the kids, but he's like, oh, you gonna watch? I gotta watch the kids while you go getting dick, bitch.
Mr. Horny guy from the chat says, shit, if she bad, then my kids too.
Hey man,
that
no
sounds
cap.
like simp energy right there. That's simp energy. I don't fuck with it.
Whole lot of simp.
Whole lot of simping in here, son.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, it could I guess she thought, or like they came together and thought that was the best situation, because it was least likely that the baby daddy was gonna find out and it was gonna become something that escalated. But fucking luck of the draw, bad card, dude, and he got fucked for it. If that was a real video, if he really did get his ass whooped.
Yeah, they said rapper in ATL got shot and killed over that. But here's my thing though. Like, here's my thing, yo. Like, look, and I say, especially like my cousin would talk about this in Atlanta. Like, Atlanta's like the home of setups, man. Like,
yeah, I seen that.
Always be on your P's and Q's, man. If somebody has children, ask questions, bro. It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't gotta dive in just yet. Ask questions.
I'm about to dive in.
Splash. No, because like the single mothers or like the single fathers, you got to understand that they're used to getting those questions about their children. So
Better
you
investigate.
Exactly. You do not be afraid to talk about their kids, because more often than not, they will feel a sense of relief, because that means you're showing an active interest, right? About like them, about like their past and them having kids or whatever. And like, and if you don't mind them having kids, then more power to you, because all children need fucking parental figures,
guidance.
So, but listen, if I was dating somebody that got kids, first thing where the daddy at?
Oh yeah, I mean sure.
Right, yeah.
Yep. He in prison. He locked up. He doing a bid.
He got a key to the house.
Oh, you co-parenting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
How often? How do you see the daddy? How often? Huh?
When the last time you seen him?
Does he call you by your first name or your last name?
Is he gonna pop up? Do the kids? Do they have some kind of unspeakable bond with him?
Do you still have sneakers at the crib?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Final thoughts.
Bro. I mean, look. Be careful. I think I've been saying that all night. Yeah. Be careful. Come on. You can't, like, you got to expect this kind of shit. Be on your toes, bro. I get it. I'm going to be honest. Fellas get dumb when it comes to fucking getting that, So you need that extra sense of awareness, honestly.
Straight up.
And that guy fucking found out the hard way. He found out the right way.
My final thoughts on it. You don't go with a chick you just met and fuck her without a rubber. Just like you don't waste your time with a chick who has a kid without investigating where the baby father is. Be diligent, do your homework, protect yourself.
Bro, Mr. Horny God says, I had to fight a shorty baby daddy once when he caught me stealing Jit Scooby-Doo gummies.
Nigga.
Like, bro, imagine that. Imagine that, dude. Imagine now you're in a fucking brawl because you wanted to get some play and you want to refuel after.
That shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude.
Anything for the cookie or the nookie, whatever.
It's a cold world.
Yeah, man. Church, final thoughts.
My final thoughts is if you ask about the kids, ask about the baby daddy, stay out the mix, man.
Big facts.
Honestly, dog, if they got kids,
Don't do it.
If it's honestly they got kids and it's not inviting, stay away from it.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it. Both them kids is pieces of shit.
No, I mean, like, honestly, look, if you're a single guy or a single girl, right, and your life is just on the upswing and you're getting things started, please stay away from these single parents because you don't need that kind of shit on your plate. Unless you want to take it on, then more power to you.
No,
but if you don't know what you're getting into, bro, just don't even dance around the idea.
I am not the Sound of Music.
Like, bro, don't even dance around the idea. Those are red flags. I'm sorry. If you don't
wait, do me a favor. Say flags again.
Flags. What? Flags. What?
I'm loving the Kool-Aid, don't even know the flavor.
Oh, damn, Ralph is cold. He said if they got kids and you don't got kids, don't do it at all.
Facts. No, I mean, like, bro,
I agree with him, especially with the way these modern women are.
And if you don't have kids, bro, and you don't have any experience rearing children, like, what are you doing?
Nigga, I can have as much experience as the next man. I still ain't doing it.
No, because even then, it's still a full-time job, bro.
Facts.
You can't half-ass raising kids, bro. You can't get into a woman's life expecting some shit out of her and not expecting her to put her fucking kids first, bro. Same thing with single fathers, dude. Yeah. You can't do that.
Drop them off like grandma.
All right, guys, we got two more videos.
All right, so the next video we got right now is never use sex as a weapon against your husband.
Amen.
Let's see what that is. Let's see what that do.
Never use sex as a weapon against your husband. And have sex often is probably some of the most extraordinary advice I never got. As a working mom, we get tired, exhausted, overwhelmed. But it is dangerous to neglect our husband's needs. And I'll explain to you why. Sex is such a huge part of a man's identity. It's the way he emotionally bonds with us. And it's crazy because God wired his body this way. When a man experiences an orgasm, his body releases the bonding hormone, oxytocin, in such extraordinary amounts. I mean, women experience it as well, but men do 400% times more. And so that skin-to-skin contact mixed with an orgasm creates deep connection. And I never just want to be a great mom. I never just want to be killing it in the workplace. But I desired for my husband to find me to be a good lover. Look forward to...
So what are your thoughts on that, guys?
If I may take this one. Men and women are wired differently. This is a fact. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. Now, what you're not willing to do, another person's is. And that works on both ways, whether it's female or male. What ends up happening is, and this is why the side chicks and the sneaky links be winning, because what I notice is when women get comfortable, they don't feel like they got to perform anymore. Not all. It just seems the majority of it, because we hear it all the time.
I wouldn't say majority. I'd say a lot. So it's not most. It's just enough to where it's starting to become a pattern.
Well, the only reason I say majority because we see that scenario in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
So there's truth to it. You get what I'm saying? So if you're gonna basically use sex as a weapon, your man, he's coming home to you, and you might think I'm misogynistic. I really don't give a fuck. I call it how I see it. Love your man, honor your man, pleasure your man. You want to, it's not even that if you feel like it's a chore, if you feel like it's an inconvenience, then leave. Because all you're going to do realistically is tear down the fabric of what relationship you have with that individual. You know what I'm saying? Men, we operate very differently. At least according to me, sex is a very big thing in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because it's how I get my aggression out. It's how I basically become emotionally entwined with you. But you have a stigma where you have modern women who are not willing to compete anymore. And the thing is, it's like after the honeymoon phase, you've been with that person for a couple of years, they get comfortable saying, oh, no, he ain't going nowhere. No, you always stay on your toes. You supposed, just like in the same thing with men, you stay dating your girl. You stay dating your wife. You got to understand, man, this is a full-time job. No days off. Whether you're sick, whether you're healthy, you got to support. And what she was talking about, I really touch base on that because to me, that's important as a man. Sex is a very big thing in relationship. And if you're with somebody who's very sexually active and you're not yourself, you're going to have conflict all the time.
You know,
I want you, before you go, Ben, elaborate on that.
Why you're always going to have conflict?
Yeah.
The reason you're always going to have conflict because no man wants to feel like he's begging. No man wants to feel like you're doing him a favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I be making jokes all the time. Us men, you know what? When we're sleeping, we want you to pull our pants off all the time. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to always be the one moving your panties aside. Take off my boxes. Show me that you want me. Because what ends up happening is when a man steps outside, man, the world is our oyster. It's a man's world, but real women make the world go round. And if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do and play your position in a relationship, men go where they're respected. Men go where they're happy.
Question from the crowd.
Men go where they're loved.
Question from the crowd. Sarah says, why should a woman compete if she's already with you?
What the fuck?
Let me ask you.
It's not competition.
Let me tell you something. Why should a woman compete if she's already with you? I'm sorry. That's like saying, why the fuck should you work out if you're already healthy?
Right. Like, I believe Sarah's a real life troll.
Yeah, no, she's not a troll.
Sarah's a fucking troll, bro.
But you know why I can't say she's a troll? Because that's a lot of women question that. Yeah. As men, we know other men out there are going to go hunt. We know men are going to try to get any chance they can. So we have to step up our game. But the same thing applies to her.
But here's the thing I'm trying to say is this, right? If you wake up in the morning, right? Let's say you go to work. There's always room for improvement in everything.
Facts.
There's always room for improvement. You don't go get one paycheck and be like, well, I worked.
Yeah.
That's it for the rest of my life. I worked.
All right. Somebody
you don't wait. Hold on, wait. You don't wake up in the morning, go to the gym one time, you know, maybe you sweat it out or whatever and be like, all right, well,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
In life as a test, you know, you're always supposed to be able to like challenge yourself.
Yeah.
And even in your relationship, conflict and challenges is what actually makes the relationship grow. Look, guys, if you got a girl that's cooking for you and stuff like that, that doesn't mean you can't help out in the house or make yourself look good.
Absolutely.
You want to be presentable. Like, listen, if you walk out, you want, you know, ladies to be breaking their neck with the guy you standing next to. Vice versa. If you walking out, fellas, you want guys to be breaking their neck.
Everything's a competition.
There's a difference.
Everything's a competition. Your job is a competition.
There's a difference between feeling loved, right, and being in love. There's a difference between being loved and feeling love. You understand what I'm saying? And I do apologize to cut you off. The reason why I touch base on this is because this is something that hits a lot of men, especially those who are married. You understand what I'm saying? We're wired different. This is just how we're wired. They even estimated it would take 30 men to get the entire world pregnant. Our cycles are different. Okay. You guys get your menstrual cycles. You guys cramp up. You know, sometimes you even get promiscuous when you're in heat. You know what I'm saying? Or having your menstrual cycle. I just think that's one thing that kills a lot of relationship is the lack of sex, because it's like, imagine if we get a girl, we conquered her, right?
Yeah.
Now we could sit back and be like Al Bundy with her hands on her nuts, not doing anything. She's going to leave. And a lot of times men are not usually the ones who walk out relationships. We deal with a lot, but sex is a very big part of it. I'm not saying you got to be nasty and do some 69 shit, but a man needs to feel loved. Women need to feel wanted. Men need to be loved.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? What's the fair balance between, and I'm going to say this because nobody ever talks about this, right? What's the fair balance between giving into a relationship, like providing, you know, showing, you know, providing your own take in the relationship, right? Versus like begging. Like begging? Because the thing is, like, for example, let's say if you're in a relationship, because there are some relationships out there where if guy or girl and they're doing everything, you know what I'm saying? And that person still does what they want to do. They still leave. So then what does that play?
That plays, in my opinion, when it comes to begging is what comes from frustration. If your partner's not willing to read you, this is what's going to create those type of problems. And the reason I say it like that is, again, I'm not saying...
What you mean by read you? Because if you read somebody, listen,
read you in a relationship, bro.
Also,
you know how I am. You know, yo, let me tell you something. When you're in a relationship,
I don't agree with that.
Listen, if you've been with a person long enough, they know what ticks you off.
Yeah.
They know what sets you off. They know what calms you down. They know what basically pleases you. Right. It's not like you're in a phase where you don't understand each other.
But here's the
but
other
that's
thing.
why I say if you treat it like a chore, you're most likely going to lose your relationship because we feel that energy.
But this is what I think. I think it's also about conversation because how you read and how another person read is very different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Again, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a relationship. Those things, they take work. That's why you got to consistently challenge yourself. You always try. Okay. Because the reason why I say this is because people say, all right, how many times you've been around a woman and she says, oh, you should have known?
All the time.
Right? Okay. But now, how'd you feel about that? You should have known?
Well,
or maybe because she have communicated it to
you. Let me ask you something. Do you, when you're in a relationship?
No, but answer my question.
I'm going to answer.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship, do you question or ask your girl, can I kiss you?
You can't answer with the question, bro. You got to answer the question.
I'm trying to get to that.
It's kind of rhetorical.
Yeah.
You just go with the flow, right?
Right.
Because it's red. Understand, the feeling is neutral. So between both parties, if it's down like that, that's cool. But when there's a disconnect, that's when you have that conflict. That's all I'm saying.
But there's people that still ask, can I kiss you? I mean,
nigga, if you're married and you're asking to kiss your wife, there's something fucking wrong with you.
You need to get out of the relationship.
But even if in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship with a chick and I'm asking to kiss you,
let me step in. So church is not wrong though, but it's not in the way that I think you're envisioning it. It's more so like, hey, look, we're having a really good time. This is, even though it's implied that we are really into each other and I should kiss you without asking, it's still like romantic if I say, hey, can I kiss you right now?
Yeah, but that's but my thing is I ain't never done that, number one. Two,
that's cute.
I don't see how that's even possible in a relationship. In a relationship, I never seen a relationship work like
it. Maybe in the beginning, that's cute. It's cute.
Maybe in the beginning, y'all let us know. Maybe in the beginning it's like that, but when you've been with somebody for a couple of years or a couple months, you're not asking.
But here's the thing: you still haven't answered my question though.
Ask your question again.
All right,
he danced around it.
Boy, you
Muhammad Ali style.
So look, what I'm trying to say is, in a relationship, in a relationship, right? What is the fair balance between trying and then begging? Because again, like some people like try their best, right, and they still leave.
Yeah.
So what's the fair balance?
The fair balance, there will never be a spectrum on that because it's based on the emotions between two parties. I'm not feeling what the other person feels, so I can't really speak. I can only speak on my behalf. And my balance would be where I feel like I'm begging versus it being natural. If it's me always having to set it off, if it's me always trying to basically be intimate, if it's me always trying to get shit started, that's when a nigga feels like he's begging. Because I feel that's something that should come naturally. If you're pushing my hand away, I got a problem. If I push up on you in the kitchen and you're pushing me away, that's a problem. And the thing is, yeah, you're tired. Right? You can be tired, you come from work, but that is your job to take care of your man, just like as it is my job to take care of you. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're just wasting the person's time. Straight the fuck up. Because no man wants to feel like he's begging. I'm not saying that we're begging, but that feel. Imagine you touching shorty, right? And every single time pushes the hand away, you're going to start doubting a lot of things. You're going to start thinking somebody else is in the picture or who's in the ear. It is both parties' responsibility to take away any void, any doubt, any basically, self-conscious. What's the word I'm looking for? Insecurity. But if your partner is okay with that, then it feels like it's begging. That's like, again, no man that I know wants to feel like that. I'd rather go and be alone than basically feel like someone's having pity sex with me.
Then you shouldn't be in that relationship, man.
I just said that.
You shouldn't be there. Like
he just said that.
I know, but all that, if you're in a long-term relationship and she's hating you away, but you should already start thinking like, you know what? I don't get it the same way.
No, but you see, you can't do that either. Because people change, my G. You have to understand. And I'm not trying to put you on blast.
Change.
But what's your longest relationship, cuz?
6 months.
6 months. So you can never speak on that. Let me finish. You can never speak on that. Because guess what? And I said it 1,000 times. Sometimes your partner gets sick. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes your partner going through some shit, so you just can't be cut off and whatnot. You have to peep game. You got to see the pattern. If there's a pattern behind it, yes, I say leave. But sometimes we don't know what our partners are going through, and that's the honest truth. We lie to each other all the time. One of us in this room could be severely depressed. We would have never known. You get what I'm saying? So when your partner gets sick, this is where you have to start investigating. Is everything okay? You have to talk about it. If the person's not willing to talk about it, then that's the big issue. That's a red flag. That is the big issue, because that means if they're not willing to talk about it, if they're not willing to address it, to them, it's nothing. But that's the thing that sucks about dating, because a lot of men find themselves in that position. Just like, a lot of my boys who have children and are married, the one beef is, my wife is like she gave up. But then there'll be the same wife who gets jealous when a man steps out the crib and is getting all the attention. What you're not willing to do, another person is, and it works on both scales. But I feel like, women are wired different from us. They don't understand how important sex is to a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, I'm not even mad. I blame your mother. Real shit. Just like you blame so many fathers for not raising their son to be a gentleman, I blame your mother for not.
It's your mother's fault. You ain't putting out.
No, it's
Teresa.
Okay, no, let's be real, because a lot of women, especially modern women, were not taught how to cater to a man. They were taught how to be independent and get what they want out of it. That's what they were taught. They weren't taught, and I'm not saying all of them, but it seems like the majority were taught to basically think about self-preservation to their own survival.
Well, here's the thing, though. You can't blame that either, because remember, when it comes to it's in free game for anybody in a relationship. At some point, you have to cut off the world and make that relationship work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You have to cut off the world and make that relationship work. And most people don't understand that, because remember, your family is all you know.
Yeah.
Right? Your family, since it's all you know, that's who you're going to listen to. Right? So at some point, you have to realize that there's a cutoff point, and you have to be able to, negate everybody's opinion on your relationship.
Okay, honestly, because one of the things that my most recent relationship, I don't know it for sure, but I believe that what you have to be very careful of, and this is for men and women, you have to be very careful of the single friends. All right.
Yes.
You have to be very careful of the single friends.
Yeah.
Because people say this all the time. You are an amalgamation of like the 5 closest people in your group.
Facts.
So if you see, I'm gonna just go with women on this side, because I don't date men. You see her friends and they act a certain way. They talk a certain way about men, because women can be misandrists. They can hate men in the same way that men can hate women.
What?
Misandry. That means how
like that.
misogynist. That's the female version. Misandry.
I like that.
And some of them don't even realize.
Sometimes they don't even realize, because they're like, men are dumb. Like, just straight up, men are fucking dumb. So I gotta treat them like that, because they're a bunch of kids.
Oh, that's very true.
And right?
Or they'll take what their homegirl went through and use it against somebody innocent.
So when you meet personalities like that, and those are her friends, then you have to be very wary of your relationship with her or him or whatever, because then of course she's gonna go to her friends when an issue arises in the relationship, and because little miss fucking can't hold the man, wants to bring her back to the streets,
AF350 with more miles,
so they can shake ass in the fucking club together. Again, I'm just throwing shit out there. Then that's gonna put you in trouble. And if you had recognized that before, that's why you vet your partner, man or woman. Vet your partner. See the kind of people they hang around. Look at their interests. Just because they got a pretty face, they got a nice body, rocking abs, fat ass, nice fucking tetonas, any of that shit, bro, it's gonna get old real quick. I like to think about the future, bro. Looks fade.
So real quick, to transition to the last question we had here, the last topic, since we're on this relationship topic. Is the internet destroying traditional relationships?
Yes,
of course.
Let me take the wheel on that. Let me take the wheel on this, right? What camera? All right, there you is. Okay. All right. So I feel like the way the internet is because internet raises entertainment or whatever raises you, right? Yeah. I feel like today, if it's guys versus girls or anything like that, it's destroying the traditional relationship.
The fabric.
Right? Again, and I don't want what I'm gonna say, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, because I feel like now, more more like LGBT relationships are catered higher than traditional relationships now. And I'm not saying that because like they are welcomed, like this is their time to shine, right? They're welcomed highly, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at what's going on the sidelines, like
the backyard,
guys versus girls, this and that, you're gonna take away from the traditional relationship.
Exactly.
Right. So now, like, if you look at, I feel bad for young guys today, dog, because like
they got it rough.
Like, it's gonna be hard to date. It's gonna be hard to date because guess what? You already dealing with a defense. Listen, girls already in the gym 100%. They can beat your ass now. So look, it's not like hey, you know, it's not like hey before.
Put the camera on me.
But you got a whole lot of
That's hot. If you can beat my ass, hit me up.
No, but for real. So that's the way I feel about it. I feel like now, like it's taking away under the radar. It's taken away from a lot of traditional relationships, bro.
Yep.
So
I mean, if I may speak on that, man, one of the biggest problems with social media, man, before the relationship, it's like a boat, my G. Before the boat even takes off from the dock, motherfuckers is in the lifeboat.
Yeah.
Relationships are fucking up because nobody ain't willing to go down with the ship.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and I say it 1,000 times over. The greatest example that we had of love wasn't even from our parents. It was from our grandparents. They weren't going to let go. They were like, yo, we going to work this out. We going to make this work. It wasn't until we saw our parents making choices of divorcing. That's their generation who showed us, damn, you know what? There's options.
Oh, you can just end that. Okay.
Yeah. So what happens is you have these shorties, you have these men who have no discipline, who have no belief in their own structure and what the time they're putting in. So when they cut that off, they want to be mad at the world and then jump on Instagram and find a new girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And as a man, I'm looking for quality, not quantity. You understand what I'm saying? And that's, it's so sickening because cats your age, the women, modern women, not all, but it seems like the majority of what's shown out there have false expectations that they can't even keep up to.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You want a man to have a 6-figure job, but you're working at Burger King. Oh, you want an independent man, but you call yourself a queen living at your mother's house. And it's the same thing with men. Y'all want to bash all these women, and y'all don't even fucking qualify for the type of women you're looking for. Don't be out here don't be a nickel looking for the dime, man. Stay in your lane. And that pisses people off because they feel like
Mr. Horny God says, nah, I'm looking for quantity. Okay.
Well, he is Mr. Horny God.
So when it comes down to it, man, like it's some scary shit because
all I gotta say, my 2 cents real quick. If you look at the photos we're posting now versus back in the day.
Well,
look at what your grandma was posting and look what shorties are posting now,
I think
bro.
What people also have to get used to, and I think what's becoming an issue in modern relationships is that we're more so geared towards doing things for pleasure, for immediate pleasure, right? And when it starts to get hard, if you're a good-looking guy or you're a good-looking girl, you know that you have the available options out there. So why am I wasting my time with this bitch when I can just go get another? Why am I wasting my time with this ass nigga when I can just go find another?
That's the problem.
And here's the thing. So, and because of that, relationships aren't lasting. People are starting to lose sight of what it actually means to be with somebody. And that, again, that takes understanding. That takes patience. That takes sacrifice. You have to be willing to take the good with the bad.
Facts,
that don't
yin and
mean,
yang.
Exactly. That don't mean you fucking be put up with getting fucking cheated on. Right?
No.
That doesn't mean you put up with abuse. Doesn't mean you put up with the fucking bullshit.
You gonna make a good dad, bro.
No, yeah, I'm hard. That doesn't mean you fucking put up with bullshit, right? You have to be able to recognize when you're being abused and you fucking stand up for yourself. Now, there are a lot of instances where people are trapped in situations with a partner, and honestly, it's terrible. But there are ways out of that. You just have to work a bit harder. But in the instances where you have the power to cut ties and you're not because of some kind of like emotional stoppage, right? That's when you have to fucking reflect, self-improve, and just fucking level up and get out of there, men or women, because it happens to both, right?
Facts.
No one is immune to their own emotions, unfortunately. Facts. And so what you need to also understand is that relationships should be more like a business partnership, not like transactional, But you have to understand that
Long-term.
you're working with each other to build something important.
That's cool, but let me bring something up. Everybody right now, everybody has this mentality right now. You have an eject button and not having an eject button. When you meet somebody, this is how it is right now.
Yeah, no.
As soon as they do something wrong, click.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go get another one.
But that's where it comes back to
Like
that's lack of discipline.
If you're, how do we change that mindset?
But the only way that mindset is gonna change, it's not gonna change now. It's gonna change in fucking 10 years when people realize that shit didn't work. When these fucking when these OnlyFan niggas, when these OnlyFan bitches, when the fucking players and the hoes get on the internet, get on the next fucking Facebook or whatever the fuck.
OnlyFans is not going away.
No, but here's the thing.
What he's saying is the culture behind
when
it.
the culture, exactly. When the fallout happens, those people are gonna get on the internet and say, "Oh, it's not what it is. It's not what I thought it was. I was being manipulated by media. People made me think it was like this. No accountability. All this FOMO. I have already seen videos of grown women with already established lives, partnerships, who threw it all away to fucking seek, like quick pleasure, or do like OnlyFans or whatever the fuck. They're hopping on the internet now, fucking crying their eyes out because they realize they fucking ruined their lives. These are grown women. Now imagine the fucking 19-year-old. Exactly. They're hitting the wall. Imagine the 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 21, 22, 24. Imagine when they get 30, when they get 40, the amount of insanity that they're going to have to say when they realize that lifestyle wasn't it. And I'm saying for men and women, because men have fucking OnlyFans too. And and there are plenty self-respecting women that don't fucking like that shit.
Here's where I gotta keep it 100.
Go a long way.
Hey,
you know
bro,
the
you got pretty
difference?
feet.
The problem is back in the day, dog, a woman knew her whether she was either born ugly or pretty.
Yeah.
Couldn't go under the knife. You were born with your value, right? Men have to create theirs. Another problem that I see is a lot of these niggas are simps because they make the money. They think they earn that bitch.
Yeah.
In reality, they're buying that bitch.
Nice guy syndrome.
You have to earn the woman you want. Can't buy her, because if you can buy her, the value is not real. It's a placebo.
You earn the woman you want, you get the woman you deserve.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? What's that? There's a saying that what shows you the woman you need versus the woman that you want. I forgot how the saying goes. But when it comes down to it, we're lost as society. We see it now. Yo, you got 60,000 fucking followers. You got 100,000 followers. That don't mean shit. But what you did do, you know what the difference between a one-way model is and an Instagram model? A one-way model is known for fashion, while an Instagram model is known for her body. That speaks levels, my G.
And with that, final thoughts.
Start with Brick. We just have too many options. Social media has opened up. Like we just have a catalog of men and women we could meet, date, DMs. It's too. We have too many options, actually.
And that's
what separates from tradition to now. We have too many options. And we're quicker to just eject from whatever situation instead of putting in the work.
Exactly.
Let me just go find another one.
Options paralysis.
I'm flying to Georgia just to get a bitch. I don't even have to do it.
Get flued out.
Instagram. People need to understand this. Instagram is the biggest dating platform on the internet currently. As of this moment, Instagram is the #1 place to go to meet people. So what you have to also recognize is that man or woman, you will always have options, but that doesn't mean those are the best options. And I don't mean what these fucking the red pills say, whatever, like hypergamy or whatever, choosing the best option. I mean, choosing the best option on a personal level, not what you want, what you need in a person, right? And then the people will pervert that, and they'll get a person, and I've seen this. They'll find someone that really wants to put the work in with them, right? And they become what they are, and they fucking leave that person behind, and then go find like the best option or whatever. Evil. Shame on you.
I mean, my final thoughts on it, man, and you get offended by this if you want, but I speak truth, my nigga. Women depreciate over time versus men usually gradually get better, like a bottle of wine. And the reason being is, while y'all in your young age, y'all here tricking, fucking around, doing all types of shit. It's your life. You do whatever you want. But guess what? The smart men are building themselves. The smart men are making generational wealth. So in reality is men get better value over time while women depreciate in value over time. And I'm not saying that to be fucked up, But if I was wrong, y'all wouldn't have a necessity for Botox.
And like
you wouldn't have a necessity for BBLs. You wouldn't have a necessity for anything to go under the knife because you yourself know you got to compete with these young girls. So it's not like stupid.
Yeah.
So my final thoughts on this is that I do think the internet has changed. I mean, the internet or whatever we call it, Instagram, whatever, it's definitely here to stay. It's definitely changed. But I also want you to guys be mindful of what you're watching. When you look at your feed, when you look at people, the models of things that you follow,
for you.
When you watch those models and stuff that you watch on there, are you seeing the same things? Are you doing the same things that you're seeing? And if you are, then it's probably more so not your choice, but you're influenced by. And there still is love out there. You have a choice. There still is a choice in your hands. Let's stop being so cold out there. You understand?
Yeah. It's very cold.
It's a cold world. No, but like honestly, like honest to goodness is just, you know, you have to be able to reflect. You have to be able to recognize when you are doing something wrong and you need to improve.
That's big facts. So guys, that's one thing for sure.
Two things for certain.
Hold on. Okay, let's do it one more time at the front camera. All right, boys.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. Let's go.
Peace out.